I need y'all to lend me your ears for this interesting scenario that I came up with. I feel like I'm a sick ass person for this, but I need y'all to just understand where I'm coming from with this, right? So I have a friend who shared a story yesterday, and it was a story of somebody else's story that was trying to save a dog from being euthanized. And it was like one of those things where it was like, this dog, if nobody picks this dog up from the shelter, they're going to euthanize them. So if anybody wants a dog, they have to go pick up this dog or it's going to get euthanized. And my first thought wasn't, oh my gosh, somebody saved this dog from getting euthanized. My first thought was, what if we did that with people?
What do you mean?
Like people who are about to get like the lethal injection, right?
Uh-huh.
Instead of them getting lethal injection, somebody comes and claims them as their own. I feel like I've realized what the mistake. I want y'all opinions is, but I'm just saying it out loud. Like I
find what you mean by on their own, like as their own. Like you own them.
Yeah, like you
like
take full responsibility. That's what I just realized. It's probably what it sounds like. But you take full responsibility of this person, right?
Like you become their legal guardian.
Yeah, you become their legal guardian. You become like responsible for this person. Like they can't leave. They can't. If you have the space for them, if you come and claim them, they don't get lethal injection. But then it's not like they're not allowed to do anything still. Like it's almost as if they don't really exist in society, only in the means of your place in your sector.
I don't think it would work because that nigga got family at the end of the day. Somebody gonna come get this nigga. It would be like super rare occasions where like, you know, this guy doesn't have a family. This guy doesn't have anybody who cares about him. Like, I'd like to think that most people in the world don't have that situation going for them, you know? So your
thing is family.
Yeah, your thing I think somebody's gonna end up claiming them. So I don't think the success rate, or I don't even know if success rate would be the right phrasing. The rate of claiming would be very high.
The rate of claiming would be very high.
I mean, if you think about it, how many dudes that are in jail like end up getting married to somebody on the outside? Like I'm pretty sure Charles Manson got married while in prison.
Niggas be having kids while they in there.
To somebody he didn't know?
To somebody he didn't know. Somebody that was like writing him.
Ted Bundy too, right?
Huh?
Did it wasn't Bundy like that too?
Ted Bundy, yep. So like I think it would just be like, it would be like on your Riz at that point. Like if I could just get one of these bitches to marry me, I'm pretty sure they could release me to my wife. I feel like that wouldn't work. What if what you did was like killed your last 7 wives?
I'm sorry.
Like I think it would be too complicated.
But it's like you belong to this person that comes and claims you, or it's almost like a buyout, right? I guess that's bail at that point. But you come and claim this person as your own, and it almost is like, yeah, they become your slave at that point. Like they're not allowed to leave the house.
Or would you rather die? Jumping off the boat?
Well, you know, it was a choice. So
I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
That's stupid.
I feel like part of like death penalty shit is like they should like if I had to die, you know how they have like death by combat. Yeah. I would choose death like death
combat,
by jumping.
like what, like a firing squad? Like what do you mean death by combat?
No, like trial by combat. Like you have to fight for your life, basically.
Yeah, like trial by combat. Like I would want to die by like jumping. But if I beat 20 niggas, y'all gotta let me out.
Oh, okay. Not to even like jump off something.
Yeah, no. Like if I beat up 20 niggas, y'all gotta let me out. I feel like that's fair.
Train, or is it just
the 20 buffest niggas that just study Muay Thai?
Yeah, y'all could get whoever you want. If I beat them niggas, y'all gotta let me out. If obviously they have to kill me. They have to, like, that'll be the way I die. They
That's
kill
what
me.
you want?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what?
I want to die fighting.
Fitting.
I don't want to die like just.
That's very on brand.
It tracks. It tracks.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What if it was like instead of the death penalty, it was just like a wheel, right? Like it was just like a probability wheel. It's like you spin for your life kind of thing.
A wheel of freedom.
Yeah, wheel of freedom.
They just got one little ass sliver with freedom, but everything else is like torture.
Yeah.
Like it's just like mad random shit that they can
like
do
the green
for you.
zero in roulettes.
Yeah.
And it's
Like,
just
there's
they
always
do
that
that shit every, like
possibility.
what if they like, all right, look, so we gonna spin this wheel every day. If you land on freedom, you get out. If anything else that you land on, you got to deal with it
You
that
gotta
day,
do that
or we
thing.
could just kill you now. I think. Listen, man, we got to get more creative with the death penalty. I think, matter of fact, I think more people would be, a fan of the death penalty if it had like stakes. Like put that shit on DraftKings.
Yeah.
I think it'd
Props.
actually, I think it'd actually work out.
It would be news every day. Like whoever like hits the freedom wheel, they automatically get clout.
Yeah,
It's
that'd
like,
be hard.
yo, this nigga killed like 30 people, bro. Like, and then he got the freedom with the first day he spin the wheel.
And they let that nigga out?
Yeah, that's how it works, man. The freedom wheel, bro.
Yeah, you telling me he gonna get a Vlad interview? It's up. You know what I'm saying?
Automatic
Like,
clout. Yeah.
you gonna go on Shannon Sharp? It's hard. Like that's hard.
Yeah. So I thought about that. That was my first thing. I don't know if the dog survived. I gotta ask. I don't think it did though. I don't think anybody came and claimed that dog. Which
Did I tell y'all last week my dog ended up in the shelter because she got lost?
Oh my
No.
God.
That ass. She's so fucking stupid. We put her in the backyard, but the chain wasn't attached to her. Like my kid did it at like 6:00 in the morning. The chain wasn't attached to her. She fucking ran off. We couldn't find her for like hours. We couldn't find her for like till like 5:30, and we didn't even find her. I went on Reddit and I was like, what do you do when you can't find your dog? And they were like, yo, you got to check the local shelters because they update the roster every 30 minutes. So I was like, okay, well, let me do that. And I went and I checked, and her dumbass was fucking in there.
Damn. So how does it work? Is it like a collared dog, like they have a chain on, and then they just, or was it like, did you find it by description?
What do you? No, they take a picture. They take
Like, is this your dog type shit?
not is this your dog? They just like, because as soon as the dog goes in, it's able to be adopted. Right. That's probably why that dog was gonna end up getting euthanized. And the funny thing about it, it's not funny at all. It's actually fucking tragic. 80% of those dogs was pit bulls. When I actually went to the shelter and I, went to look for my dog, they were just like, yeah, just go back in the kennel and see if you can find her, because you got to claim her. Like, you got to go make sure it's your dog, not just from the picture.
Sent you to the dungeon, the pit bull dungeon.
Bro, it was
probably going
like,
crazy in there.
It was like 200 dogs, bro, and like just barking and I'm telling you, like 80%, 90% of those were fucking pit bulls. And that just tells me one of two a couple things. Niggas overbreed pit bulls, right? Because people think they can have pit bulls and then they get them and then they end up turning them into the shelters. And then guess what happens? Nobody adopts pit bulls. Because why the fuck would you adopt a dangerous fucking animal? Like, most people are not going to do that. Everybody's going to get like a little Shih Tzu or, you know what I'm saying, or a Yorkie or something, like a poodle. Nobody's going to a rescue to get a fucking animal. You don't know if the shit been eating bullets for the last 3 years and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so again, all of that, and it's not a no-kill shelter. It's called a open roster shelter, which means the dog, they will kill it if they think it can't be, rehabilitated. Like if they think like this thing is too be, it can't be. But there's some shelters where literally they have like a 5-day window where it's like, yo, if nobody picked this dog up in 5 days, we don't got the space. You know what I'm saying? So it was sad, bro. All them dogs is like wanting me to be the one.
There?
Huh?
That's an awful job. How do people work there?
I think I was thinking about it because like I think if you're like a really empathetic person, the least you could do is like make the dogs comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And like, take them out for their walks and make sure they're healthy and give them, groom them and stuff like that. Say again?
It's so depressing.
It is depressing. It's depressing as fuck. You got to really have a bleeding ass heart to work at a place like that. But it was good to see because like my kids had to go with me, and like they're like, I think I want to do this. Like I have a cousin who's a foster dog, a foster pet parent. So basically, like you can sign up to like foster a dog in your home, but then once the dog gets someone that's willing to adopt it, you give the dog up.
So say foster pet parent.
A foster pet parent, yeah.
Like a foster pet owner. An owner.
A foster, yeah, I guess, but a foster pet parent sounds.
You can't call yourself a parent if you got a pet though.
Yes, you can.
Please, bro.
No, you can't, bro.
Oh,
no,
please.
you're not a pet. Come on, man.
You don't have those people.
Y'all
you don't have a pet or a kid. How the fuck are you gonna be the authority here?
What do you mean? I've had pets before, but like I'm not. Doesn't make me a parent.
Raising a puppy is. I'm not gonna say just as bad as raising a baby, but it's still a lot of responsibility, and you really have to be on a puppy. Like when they're small like that, you really have to be around them all the time.
All right, responsibility, but like doesn't make you a parent. Like what are the equivalents of a parent versus a puppy? Like the real equivalents that actually compare that, because you could say that about anything, taking care of anything that you own.
A living creature. What other living creatures do you take care of?
Is it only dogs? Like, is it only, or is like cats or
I think,
young?
I
like, what if I had like a
pets.
baby hamster? Like, does that make me a hamster?
You're that nigga's dad.
Yeah.
You're that nigga's dad, bro. Why are you so scared of the title, bro? It's not hurting you.
I'm not
hurting nobody.
I'm not scared. It's not hurting nobody. It's just it's almost like a small pet peeve when people will be like, "Oh yeah, I'm a pet parent." Like, or like, "Oh, the father of." Like, come on, bro. Like, you don't got no kids. You can't call yourself a parent.
I remember. I think it was New York. She was on a College Hill on BET. And
Tiffany Pollard.
Yeah, Tiffany Pollard.
Oh, her one dog. I forgot what the dog's name was. Was it Chino? No, not Chino.
I don't remember the dog's name, but she had just lost her dog, right? And she was like super upset, but she kept telling people like she lost her kid.
Yeah.
Right. And they were like, "Oh my God, that's awful." Like, but like they started putting it together. Like, I don't think Tiffany Pollard has children.
Like, when did you have a baby? Yeah.
When did you have a baby? And she was like, I lost, she was 4 or however old she said she was. And they were like, you don't have a pet. You don't have a kid. You have a dog. She said, I lost my dogter. Okay. Oh my God, she called it a dogter. I never heard that fucking phrase before, but I thought it was like, yeah, nah, that's hard. I like that.
I'm not gonna go that far with her. I'm gonna
illness,
introduce it as my son or as my daughter or anything like that. But yeah, I'm that nigga dad.
I think that's fine. I don't mind it. Get love wherever you can.
Or people that like co-parent pets. That's also mental illness.
No, it's not.
What
you gotta
mean?
split responsibilities, dog.
If
Like,
you got-
About
if
if you have a pet with your girlfriend, not your wife or anything, like your girlfriend that y'all bought together, and then y'all have like exchanging weekends and shit like that. That's
Yeah.
No.
Bro, it happens, bro. If I literally know somebody down here who deals with that. They got the dog together. They both loved the dog, crazy as hell. And then they broke up. It didn't end up working out, but they still each wanted the dog. So, I don't know what their split is, but yeah. They could be going over there and forgetting them.
joint custody over a pet is crazy. I know people do it, but it's just that shit sounds crazy to me. Like we don't gotta go to court or nothing. You can have the pet.
There is no court. There's no court in that.
All right, so there's no like legal that's just people doing people shit. Like that's not okay. Good, because I was gonna say that's a little.
That's actually good. That means like if you break up, usually like they don't want anything to do with the other person. You know what I'm saying? So if you're grown enough to come to that type of an agreement, I think that's pretty mature of them.
I'm not gonna lie, that's just room to smash. Like the dog thing.
That's all it is. That's what I'm saying.
That's just room to smash.
That's all it is. It's not no like you're making it seem like it's bigger than it actually is. If you break up and you're like, yeah, it's my weekend. Like, you're not gonna stop me from seeing my child. Like,
You putting sauce on it. you making it.
That's what it seems like. Like it just. I don't know, bro.
It's like, all right, I've had the dog for 2 weeks. Now you get the dog for 2 weeks. Now you get the dog for. It's not like, oh, I only get the dog on the weekend.
This person that I
can only see him with supervised visits. I have to go pick him up at the fucking police building. Like, there's none of that.
So when you start dating somebody new, like, are you telling this new person that you have co-ownership of a pet, like a dog? You're like, yeah, every 2 weeks I gotta go pick up this dog.
At that point,
it's probably best to rip that Band-Aid off right away.
I gotta go get this pet from my ex, man. Like,
yeah, at that point, I'll probably turn into Brian McKnight. You know,
yeah, fuck that dog. Like, yeah, man, it's like it's time
don't even look like me.
It's time to let go of that dog. Or what if she hits you up like, oh yeah, Buster misses you? Like, get the fuck, like. Yeah. Nah, man. I think it's just
bro. I've had 4 dogs, so I'm not trying to hear none of that shit you're talking about, bro.
I know, but like you've never. I mean, well, outside of this relationship that you're in, like I don't think you've ever like co-owned a pet outside of this, so it's different. Like those pets were yours, you know. Wait, you've had 4 dogs, 4 of your own dogs, or 3 of your own dogs, and then this one that you have now.
Charles is 4. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's different. That's your adopted. You a stepdad.
It's not different because, bro, when you love a pet, you love a pet, bro. It's not. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter about like your relationship with the other person. Obviously, if God forbid, if something were to happen with me and my girl, we're not doing a split custody thing because that's her childhood dog. But if we got them together, that's the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get that the conversation needs to be had, but it just seems like room for just connection. You know, like I think somebody got to take.
If your head's there,
take the pet. Just take the pet, and that's no shade to people that are doing it. Well, I guess it is shade a little bit, just because it's mad shade. It is. I think it's weird, and I'm allowed to think it's weird. Just I'm allowed to think that a lot of the shit that I came on this podcast to argue about today. I'm allowed to acknowledge the weird things about it. All right. But I'm also able to acknowledge the other side of things. But we can talk about Carti. We can talk about, the music that dropped. I know y'all listened to the album.
Yeah.
I didn't really get to. But if you want to start, by sharing your thoughts, your actual thoughts on a Carti project.
Yeah, man. So the Carti project was so when Travis' album came out I guess that was 2022 at this point. Maybe it was 2023. I don't quite remember. But when Travis' album dropped, I asked y'all a question. And the question was, how do you listen to a Travis Scott album? Right? And ever since then, I literally have been on like a journey to kind of understand music that doesn't resonate with me immediately, especially hip hop. Because I'm really big into, I don't want to get to the point where like I don't hear it no more. You know what I mean? Because I think once you stop hearing it, it becomes harder to be objective about it and create around the views and thoughts of other people. So I'm trying to listen to this Carti album as objectively as I can. Hold on, my headphones just like acting mad weird. Yo. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to listen to this Carti album as objectively as I can. And I kind of think I get it. I've like watched a few like TikTok videos of people like trying to explain it and stuff like that. And it's just not really for me. And I don't think it's really going to be for me. I even tried like streaming, like not streaming, but like playing it while I was like playing games. Cause a lot of people say that a lot. They're just like, oh yeah, no, it's just like, I play that album when I'm on Marvel Rivals or you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So I've even tried to do that. I don't know. It doesn't necessarily resonate with me, but it's not bad. It's not like poor quality. I think he's doing interesting things musically, and I'm okay with leaving it there because I think from a musical standpoint, I can hear it. It's the same thing with like, obviously it's not the same thing as like opera or some shit like that, but that shit doesn't necessarily resonate with me, but it's still, you can still from a technical level appreciate it, right? I think the best example that I did hear was somebody compare Playboi Carti to Jackson Pollock. You know who Jackson Pollock is?
No, I don't.
He's a painter. And if you ever look up a Jackson Pollock painting, it's very much like, it looks like scribble. It looks like, it just looks like someone threw paint at a wall. Like it looks like a child painting. But there's still a lot of like, you can tell that there's a lot of thought that's being put into the painting. Like the way he's color blocking, the way he's, using negative space, all of these things. He has all these visual elements in it that you can understand, but the ideas are so abstract that you kind of have to like remove yourself from form in order to truly grasp what he's trying to convey via his painting. And I really feel like that with Playboi Carti. I feel like his songs, when people say, oh, this is like vibe music, I never really understood what that meant, because like, what if that's not my vibe? But what I think they mean is he's almost playing like a character of a rapper. And he's like not really getting caught up in the words or getting caught up in, telling a story or anything like that. He's presenting you the painting of rap music, of trap music, but he's not filling it in. And to me, when you frame it like that, I actually do think it's pretty interesting. And I enjoyed it.
So I kind of called this. I kind of felt that you'd have similar thoughts to, like, I kind of knew that you'd bring up the Travis thing. I haven't listened to the full album, so my takes on it are kind of like just minimal. But when it comes to Carti, I kind of feel him as like a vibe catcher, right? I think we had talked about this years ago, right? When you might have asked me why I enjoy Carti. And I really just said it's kind of just a vibe to catch, right? There's nothing about it that really connects with me. And maybe I'm just not the person it's for, and that's fine. I acknowledge that. I can acknowledge the music and what it is, and that people appreciate it and how it sounds, right? Like the sonic experience of it. It's very trappy. It's very like atmospheric, building like the world, right? But I will say that, like, going into, first of all, I didn't know this album was coming out until like a day before, a couple days before, or something like that. It was a very like surprise release to me because I'm just not in that space. And when I started it, I wasn't as enthused about it, right? A lot of the tracks that I liked, Carti wasn't the best part of it. I really liked the track with him in The Weeknd. The Weeknd Smokes features. I love that so much for him.
Of course.
But I really wasn't like that enthused. Obviously, I listened to the Kendrick features, which that's another thing to like have a conversation about, because a lot of people just didn't seem to like, it seems like he's taking shots really, but it seems like pump fakes. He's not really taking shots. Like he's not really actually shooting at this man, right? So it's not like one of those things that we really have to talk about. It's just little mini things, right? But he's just talking about his newfound exposure, which I think is fun, but it's not the Kendrick that we really know and resonate with. At least I don't. So I can't even say that I really cared about those as much either. And that might be the first time. That might be the first time that I heard like a Kendrick verse and I didn't really care. But we're not here to talk about Kendrick. We're here to talk about Carti. So I just thought that was interesting, even with somebody as big, and because this is obviously an album that's, there's a lot of numbers attached to this, right? Like it's streaming like really well, and I know that doesn't mean much to some people that just care about the music, but I'm really struggling to find like what's enjoyable about it. And people talk about why the things that they enjoy about it, but it's just not, I'm not capturing it.
Yeah.
And it could also be because I have like a bad taste in my mouth too when it comes to Carti as well. Like I've seen him live and I've seen him walk out on stage.
Yeah.
You know, like it
We
just
talked about that before.
Yeah, so obviously it was a hard experience, like getting back into that because the nigga just came out, stole our money, and left, basically. You know, so having to go back to listening and trying to find a reason to listen, like it just wasn't that incentive. Because usually when I listen to artists, my goal is to see them live. I'm never going to a Playboi Carti concert again, and I think that's the reason why he dropped this, right? Like he was performing at Rolling Loud. I think that's over already. Like Rolling Loud is done.
That was his past weekend.
So that's why everybody was like, oh, that's probably why he dropped right now, is because Rolling Loud was here and, you know, he wanted to have something to perform at that, which I can appreciate that too, right? Like dropping an album that nobody really knows most of the songs unless they were all like kind of leaked out a little bit and then all came out over time. And then just performing them at Rolling Loud. Nobody really knows most of the words, but you can still perform a whole album at Rolling Loud that nobody really has heard that much. Or maybe they have. Maybe they spent the how many days it was out before he performed at Rolling Loud to memorize as much as they can and see him perform, which is major glazing, but I'm sure people do it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure at Dreamville Fest, J. Cole had dropped Might Delete Later like the week before, right? Before Dreamville Fest. Last year, because that's how we heard.
I can't even remember. Dreamville Fest happens when, like in April.
April 5th to the 7th usually, or something around that. That first week of April, that first weekend really. And yeah, My Delete Later came out. Let me just go ahead and Google that. My Delete Later release date, April 5th. Yeah, he released it that same weekend, and then he performed on Sunday. So he released it on a Friday, performed at
and then back. Oh yeah, that's right, because that whole thing happened within like a couple days.
It was only out for like
he backed out of the
hours.
beef, right? Yeah, he backed out of it. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's kind of like a good way to kind of boost those numbers up, right? Like you're gonna go and perform all those songs, people are gonna listen to it, right? You already got this placement at this big festival. Like, why wouldn't you perform all those songs? And if people like them, they can go look them up and stream your album, right? Feels like cheating in a way, almost, you know, but it's a numbers game.
No, I don't think it's cheating. I think it's good strategy. I mean, if you think about it, Carti's last major release was what, 2020, 2021?
It's been a minute. No, the Vamp one, the red one, like something red,
whole lot of
red. What was it?
Was Whole Lot of Red his last album? That was like 2018.
That's why everybody was so hyped for this shit.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I guess so then. No, 2020. It was 2020. It was December 2020. So yeah, it's been 5 years since his last album. And you know, people just people would need something new to like get into. But the funniest thing to me is the Carti fans don't like it. Like the people who are for sure Playboi Carti fans don't like the album, and they're very clear about that. And it's crazy because a lot of people that have been waiting to hear something that they kind of deem decent from him, they're listening to this project and they're like, oh, okay, I kind of get it.
I think they're gonna come around eventually. The Carti fans are gonna come around because the same conversation was had around Whole Lot of Red when that first came out. Everybody thought that shit was trash. The Carti fans thought it was trash. The non-Carti fans thought it was trash. The media thought it was trash. And I think I don't know if he said it on a stream or in some type of interview, but I know he said after the reception he got from the last album, that's almost why he took so long with this one, because he felt like he had something to prove. And I think that's why we do kind of hear a leap in terms of production and just how it sounds. It's a lot. Don't get me wrong, there's still those mosh songs in there, like those first couple songs, not my favorite ones on the album. But I know those are very much like Pop Out. Apparently that's like a not a leak track, but he apparently only performed that track live, so they were really looking forward to this track. And that's very much like mosh pit, heavy rock rap music, you know what I'm saying? But then we get songs like Philly with Travis Scott, songs like Evil Jordan, where there's just so much progression to them. There's a build up, there's a pop in the middle, and then there's something, and then there's like a tail end to it. It feels like a lot of the songs in this album feel completed. a lot of them are short. It's a long album. It's 30 songs, like an hour long. But a lot of the songs are only like, 2 minutes, a minute and a half. Some of them are, a minute and a half. Some of them are. So it's a long listen, but it's kind of not that bad for 30 songs, because usually we don't see many songs that are 30 songs in 1 hour. Usually if it's a 30 song album, you're going to get like an hour and a half, something like that. I didn't like Whole Lotta Red. I like this a lot more. There's some songs on there that definitely grew on me after a while. And don't get me wrong, he's very much not my sound at all. So for me to even say that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 songs on here that I go back and listen to, maybe not regularly, but like if I'm in the right zone, if I'm in the right vibe during the day, like I'll definitely throw those on in the whip. So to say that, it means a lot. I'm saying that's a big compliment for him, I'm saying.
Yeah. I always find that interesting when someone is clearly getting more technically sound and people like it a lot less. Like I always find that interesting. Like they like the bad mixes and the kind of messiness. I've never gotten that. I've never understood why people think that is like
maybe
a
it's
purer form of the music, I guess.
Maybe it's because it reminds them, like it's something for everybody, right? The day ones and also the people that are coming into it. Like there's something that they enjoy, right? Because Carti was big on SoundCloud. Like he was like in that same era of SoundCloud rappers. So if you hear something that's like unfinished or unpolished, it almost sounds like you're a part of that come up again, right? Like it sounds like what it sounded like when you were first coming out, and people get reminiscent about it. Like people might not have even realized as they were listening to them on SoundCloud that he was going to be one of the biggest rap artists in the world, right? Or I'm not even sure what to call them, because I mean, this doesn't. I don't know about y'all, but like I a lot of these albums I can't listen to all the way through. There's no reason. Like there's no album. Maybe Die Lit, maybe that one, and the one that maybe came before it are maybe ones that you can like listen to all the way through. But again, it's not because of it has like a direct through line, but it's just kind of like a listen of like, damn, remember this kind of thing. Like it doesn't feel the same way. Like it's not an album you have to like. I'm pretty sure you might be able to listen to that album on shuffle and you could be fine. Like I don't know if there's exactly a through line of like there's no purpose of listening to those songs in order.
No, not at all.
I don't think
there's no linear message being told.
Yeah. So, and that's my thing. Maybe I'm not ready to receive this album the right way. Like I said, like my favorite track and the only one that I've gone back to really is the Weekend track.
Rather Lie.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. Which he sounds a lot like Drake on there, but that's neither here nor there. That whole thing, it sounds like that could have been like if you replace his voice with Drake. That sounds like it could have been a Drake thing.
That Philly song is really good, even though the Travis hook kind of, I don't want to say carries it, but it definitely keeps it afloat the entire time. It keeps it consistent the whole way through. It sounds almost like a Travis song featuring Playboi Carti, honestly. Like, and Travis gave it to him.
You think it's gonna be like a Philly, one of the Philly anthems? I want to say anthem. I think it's too big to kind of like take it from there all the way. But you think you think people are going to take that and kind of run with it?
Playboi Carti is popular in Philly. He's not from there, but he's always wearing that Iverson jersey. So, Philly people fuck with him for that. So, he gets love out there.
We're like adopted Philly native.
Yeah.
Not even really.
And is he still cool with Uzi, right? Uzi from out there too, so I'm sure he's good. Yeah. He's good out there.
I don't know. I do know that people are like speculating or saying like they formed some sort of like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a not Carti and his fans. I'm talking about like just an alliance, right? So everybody's kind of featured on each other's projects. We got Travis, we got Future, Metro, Playboi Carti, and The Weeknd. And like over their last projects that they've dropped, they've been featured on each other's project, right? And like I saw a collage of it. It actually looked pretty cool. It was like all three of them were on each other's like album, just like the way that it looked. Like it's just it was pretty cool looking at that. I was like, damn, they're looking out for each other, you know?
I did see that and I thought about like putting it all together and like, cause y'all remember like compilation mixtapes and shit? Like when a label, like, I guess Revenge of the Dreamers was the last one to do it. But like you used to get like a whole album of like everybody on the label or some shit like that, right? Where like, niggas was just picking beats and like whoever rapped on it, and that was pretty much the song.
Damn, they're the last people to do that. I kind of like that. I remember like that a lot. I remember that album, but like that's kind of crazy that they might have been the last people. I can't think of any other.
Because how many other major labels are there to really do that like that? Like there's really isn't that many.
I mean, the ASAP had the ASAP tapes, right?
That might have been 2018.
ASAP Ant used to smoke them shits, man.
Yeah, he had them tapes. Our Future, which was a long time ago, they did that. Yeah. Pro Era, right? Pro Era.
That used to be a thing. Like every rapper's third album had to be a compilation of all the niggas that he brought on. Like it was just Nas did a Bravehearts album and Hove did the album with Can't Be Life on it. That was the Dynasty. That was technically a compilation album, even though it counts as a Jay-Z solo album.
CMG had an album.
CMG had one recently with Glow on it.
Okay. Yeah, we don't really see labels doing it as much. It's more just producers, right? Producers just doing full albums with people. That's what we see more now. Because, I guess it might be because a lot of these people on these labels don't fuck with each other. So we might not be seeing it as much just because there's like trouble in paradise.
Yeah, I think for the most part is what you said before, which is like a lot of artists link up because the label told them to, not necessarily because they actually like caught a vibe in the studio or something like that. So yeah, a lot of times it just be that.
Which makes you think it's like, because there were rumblings that there was going to be a TDE one. I wonder why there was never a TDE one.
I kind of hate the way that TDE never collaborates with each other except Kendrick and SZA. Like they really, so it's like tiers. Like Kendrick and SZA, Schoolboy and Soul, right? But Soul don't never be on records with like Zakari, and like Zakari don't be on records with, it's always like mixed up.
It's probably why Reason left. That's probably why he was expecting to kind of get
Nigga thought he was gonna get a Schoolboy feature.
He did. I think that might be the only person that I thought that he had a feature with that I remember. That one Schoolboy Pop Shit. That was a great song. That's probably what put me onto him. That was like the first song I heard from him and Schoolboy. I was like, oh yeah, they finally tagging him in, and then
them niggas don't do no cross promotion, bro.
Yeah, like it's really like the little, not the little, I don't want to say little, that sounds crazy, but like the newer acts on the label that like start to collaborate a little bit more. So right, like Zay and Zakari work a lot together.
Right.
Zay,
it's like tiers. It's like mid Carters and like
Ray Vaughn and Zay worked on some things together, and I think SZA, she kind of was in a good place because they kind of sprinkled her all throughout, like partially.
You need a singer.
Right.
Everybody needs a singer, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of sprinkled her out a little bit, which was great because she almost kind of took Janae's place, right? Like when I first heard of Janae, that was the first time I heard Janae was on Kendrick's album.
TDE, yeah.
And that's why I thought she was TDE affiliated. I didn't even know she wasn't on TDE, but she probably could have been.
R.I.P. Lori Joe, the original songstress from TDE.
Yeah, yeah, sad thing. Shout out to Soul, man. He was on Rolling Loud. I'll be honest, man. I was definitely like, I feel like you got to be a real like Soul fan to be bumping Soul at Rolling Loud, because a lot of them songs didn't feel like Rolling Loud songs.
Yeah, he's one of those people that I think artists like, but I don't know if fans like him. You know what I'm saying? Like when, like I don't think it's true for like Jay Dilla, but like I think Jay Dilla is more popular to rappers and producers than he is to like the general fan. Like I don't know if niggas love Dilla like they love like Swiss Beats. You know what I mean? Like, and nobody would ever say that Swiss Beats is a better producer than Jay Dilla. But Swiss Beats been on the charts more than Jay Dilla has. You know what I mean? It just is what it is.
That's true.
So it's I feel the same way about soul. Like I just feel like rappers love soul. I don't know if the music makes niggas want to listen. You know what I mean? It's it's almost like too technical and like very, very like I don't think it does anything.
If you was at Rolling Loud, would you have been rapping along to Bohemian Grove, even if you was the only one that knew all the words in the
I actually love that song.
I love that song too. But like I'm saying, like if you're the only one vibing in the crowd, is that okay with you?
Yeah,
that's a flex. Well, I'm the only nigga that know this song.
Yeah, y'all tripping. Get the fuck out.
Yeah,
like
y'all
move.
Y'all not fans.
Make some room.
Let me get to the front. Actually,
let me reach my arm out to him.
It just didn't look good because I feel like
reaching your arm out to Absol. That's fucking crazy.
I feel like the way that the camera was shooting, it was like focusing on women, and I was like, come on now, like y'all know this for
Rolling Loud.
I know, but like
it's Absol.
It's like it's Absol, and like it just kept cutting to like, damn, I should keep going out. It kept.
If I'm Absol, I want that though, because like for all the niggas that say, oh, you can't play Absol around the hoes, those Absol scare the hoes away. Look at this, Rolling Loud. Where was it? L.A. or that was L.A. right?
L.A. Yeah.
Yeah, Rolling Loud, L.A. What's good? Come on now, that's what you want.
I'm not gonna lie. Absol definitely scares the hoes.
He does,
it's just
that's the argument though. That's that one counteractive. Yeah. He definitely does.
Yeah, he does. He sure scares the hoes. But you know, again, I haven't gone back to listen to his album that came out last year in a bit, and I have with like Schoolboy's album. So, it just, I think production matters so much for somebody like Absol, and I don't think he chooses the right beats. And I think Control System was probably his most like not listenable, but like the most easily digestible album. And that shit was heavy. And it was 2011. So it's kind of hard to put it on there.
Yeah, so I didn't like that with the whole Rolling Loud thing. It was just like sometimes I feel like they be doing certain people dirty. Like I'm only want to be cutting. Like damn, you shoot at festivals, right? Like I know you choose who to focus on, but you're really focusing on who's the most lit at those types of festivals. Like if it's an electronic
who's giving
dance,
the most to the camera. Yeah,
right. Like electronic music is a little different because you're not really singing the words. Like, but
yeah, they're just
it's just head bopping and who's having the most fun and who's like
doing this with their hands.
Exactly, yeah. Who looks the coolest? Maybe the people that have the glowing lights and shit like that. Who look the coolest?
Bro, white people just find out new ways to fucking entertain themselves. They have like these little flags that they just twirl on their fingers.
I saw a video recently of somebody doing like listening to electronic or house music or something like that, and he was bopping for a minute, and then he just started crying. And I was just like, what the fuck?
Apparently, it's just emotional. Yeah. What were you saying, No T?
No. It's just at a rap show. I feel like the focus, like at a heavy rap show, the focus might be somebody who knows all the words to your shit, right? Because or at least like bumping their head, like in a motion where they might recognize the song and might not know all the lyrics. But my focus would be on the person that knows all the lyrics. Like if I was shooting a festival like that, that's kind of what I would be focusing on, just because.
But you also don't just want to focus on one nigga though. Like maybe you can get him because you're only gonna get that nigga in the edit. Maybe like spitting the lyrics, like maybe like one time. Two, if you can get like a different angle or like maybe a tighter shot of it or some type of different perspective. But you don't want to have repeating shots. You don't want to have the same nigga throughout the entire video. So you gotta vary it up. And if you're gonna vary it up, I'm gonna throw some more baddies in there than I'm gonna throw some niggas. That's for sure.
But a baddie that's rapping the lyrics, that's like the sweet spot.
Ideally,
like golden egg.
Ideally, but that's a golden nugget. You gotta find that. Literally a needle in the haystack of fucking people.
Of mad niggas.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. But okay, that's it with Absol.
And you gotta be careful. You're not recording a white person saying nigga too.
You're not including that in the edit.
I'd prefer not to.
There's people that do that. Like the one person who was singing what's it called? Crew Love to the top of their lungs. Yeah. He like leaned into it. It just seems like that seemed like a professional edit. Like somebody made that choice, to put that young white kid on there, just leaning into that and singing that. That wasn't phone video. That was like professional camera video. But yeah, what's next? Do we want to? Since we're on the topic of music, what else do we have in music?
But did y'all see the Dreamville Fest lineup?
No, I did not.
I saw who's going to be there. Wayne, right?
Wayne's at the top. Yeah.
For day one, I think.
Yeah, because Cole always closes out.
Yeah.
So
the last Dreamville Fest ever, apparently.
Last Dreamville
right?
Fest ever. You got Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys reunion. I feel like
Again.
them niggas have been reunioning for like the last 2 years, but you know.
You can reunion as long as you want to, man. If y'all not really a group no more, you can keep reunion.
You can just keep reunioning? All right.
Uh-huh.
They probably need the money too.
You got 21 Savage, Party Next Door, Ludacris, Ari Lennox,
Birdman
Chief
took it
Keef,
all.
Keisha Cole, Boss, Young Nudie, Absol, shout out Absol, Loot, Omen, K Cash, and Nico Brim. That's all on Saturday, April 5th. And then on Sunday, you've got J. Cole, Erykah Badu, Thames, Glorilla, JID, Wale, Coco Jones, Big X The Plug, Earth Gang, Anicia, Kaz, and Akia.
That's a good line.
Who I've never heard of. So a lot of people are like, is this it?
What?
It does feel like,
To be the last Dreamville Fest?
yeah, it does feel like it's missing people.
They had Nicki and Usher at one year. Like, this just doesn't, this has less oomph in it, you know, than past years.
Like, there's not even no and special guests like on here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, usually they be having like, you know, like blurred out things or and friends or something like that. But this is just like, I mean,
So last
Keisha
year
Cole.
the headliners were SZA, 50 Cent, Cole, and Nicki.
Yep. Year before that was Usher.
Year before that was Usher, J. Cole, and Drake, and Burna Boy. That's a good one.
and that time, hell yeah.
2022 was Lil Baby and J. Cole. This is an awful
Lil Baby was
design.
Lil Baby was
not the lineup.
hot.
The design is so hard to read all these fucking names.
I don't like
in the
this
2022
one.
design.
I don't like this new one.
This shit is definitely AI. Like you
It
can
feels
just
like-
you could tell.
No, this was 2022. So they had AI was like that back then.
No, I'm talking about this new one.
Oh, the new one.
I
Yeah.
don't
The new
like
one
it.
looks like
Oh yeah, the new
Midjourney.
one's definitely AI. Yeah, the new one's AI.
That's crazy.
At least I don't know actually.
I always think that like candy looking.
Those little butterflies look like intentionally made, and they all look the same. So those could be real.
I don't know. I don't like it though.
I don't like it either, but I don't think it's AI.
I don't like this. But hey, cool. Good for him. His last one. It just doesn't. It feels lackluster.
Yeah.
It does feel.
A lot of
like-
people. I mean, like I'm in Raleigh. Some people are excited, but a lot of people were more excited before the release, before the lineup got announced. Now they're like, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go. And that's just not how you want people to feel about the last fucking Dreamville Fest. And I kind of wonder if people are like not wanting to deal with Cole right now. Y'all think that has anything to do with it? Like
For a
just
reason.
like industry wise? Because like battle lines have been drawn, you know what I mean? So if everyone feels like Cole kind of decided to be Switzerland, but that lineup kind of feels like he don't really got that much pull right now.
I don't know. For a general admission ticket for 2 days, the general admission plus. I'm not sure what the plus is really, but it's $565.
Hell no.
And like, would y'all pay to see all these types of people
No, not for that much.
for $565? That's too much, you think?
For this lineup, yeah. But given it's the last one, actually, I might.
Because I don't
Considering
know how
it's the
much Cole
last one,
tickets
yes.
are.
If this was not the last one, if he was still doing this next year, I'd pass on this one.
I don't know how
But,
much Cole
yeah.
tickets like ran when he was on his tour, but like I feel like 565 for just him was probably like,
Around that.
yeah, somebody probably bought a ticket for that. For
And this is
just
2
him.
days too. Is that's 2 days?
2 days.
It's
yeah,
a 2 day
days.
thing, yeah.
Saturday and Sunday, finally 65.
I'm not for this lineup. I would have paid
Honestly,
for last
yeah,
year's
me
lineup.
neither. Me neither. But it does make sense though. Like even if like how many people are on this list? Let's see. Let's just do some division. This might be disrespectful. Let's say Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys with big time. Like
That's 10 niggas right there.
That's 10 niggas, but that's one.
That's one act.
That's one act. Let's count that as one act. 21 Savage, Party Next Door, Ludacris, Ari Lennox, Chief Keef, Keisha Cole, Boss, Young Nudie, Absolute Omen, Kai Cash, Nico Brim. That's 15 people in one day. And then you got the rest, which are J. Cole, Badu, Thames, Glorilla, JID, Wale, Coco Jones. So you got what? That's like 22 people?
Yeah.
22 people. Let's do some math. Let's do some math.
But the thing is about that math is not everybody's worth the same.
Not everybody's worth the same thing. I'm just trying to be nice about it.
Yeah.
So to see 22 acts, you're basically paying like $26 per act. And again, not even everybody's the same price.
Oh.
And you might not be seeing, like, I don't know if this is one of those things where it's like, is it like there's one stage?
It's only one stage.
Okay. Because I know for festivals sometimes, they have like different stages and stuff. Yeah. And some people go at different times, so you don't even really get to see everybody. Yeah. Like, there has to be a choice that is made if there's multiple stages. But yeah, you're seeing everybody. So yeah, it might be worth it. It might just be a vibe. Some people are festival goers. I'm not that person anymore. Festivals. Yeah, like it depends. Like I think I need a seat, or I need like I need something. Like I need like I can't be GA. I can't just be on the floor.
I actually wish he would just let it still be called Dreamville Fest, but sell it to someone else so that there could be more Dreamville Fests. I actually don't need to see J. Cole do Love Yours again. He's literally done, first of all, that song is 10 years old now. He's done that at every finale since the inception of Dreamville Fest. And yeah, like you don't have to perform. It can still be called Dreamville Fest, and it doesn't really have to do with Dreamville. I mean, if you have artists that you want to break at the Dreamville stage, at the Dreamville Fest stage, by all means. But you don't necessarily need, like, J. Cole can retire and there still be a Dreamville Fest. I don't understand why it needs to end. It's only 2 days.
It's like you're just selling the brand at that point. Do you think the Dreamville brand is that strong enough to sell?
I think let Eve take it over. I think if it can become something else. It can become, again, put Lil Russell's never been on that stage. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do so much more with it once you kind of remove the J. Cole part of it. It's still, again, for Raleigh and for this area, it almost like signifies spring. You know what I mean? Like and that's why like it's all bubbly and like, light like that, flowers and shit.
Butterflies and shit, yeah.
Yeah. Because it kind of signifies spring. That's the time that people like, all right, cool. It's time to get into activities now. Like now it's, we going to the clubs, and it kind of like wakes the city up. You know what I mean? So I think it actually doesn't really need J. Cole. It's at the point where it could be on autopilot. And I don't know if he doesn't see it like that, but people, with this being the last one, I think it's less likely to be remembered for what it was. I think you needed a bang or you need to continue.
Well, we'll see how it goes. It's coming up pretty fast,
Yep.
Like it's really it's basically in like 2 weeks. So that's like, I'm sure we'll see videos and stuff from it. And maybe there will be some special guests. I feel like there's no way that there isn't special guests on this lineup for real. Like he's got to bring some people out. For at least Cole, right? If I were to buy a ticket for this, I'd be wanting to buy it for the last day, where Cole's coming out. So that's just my 2 cents on that. Where do we want to go from here? What's going on with Drake's DMs leaked? Something happened there?
I saw that. Yeah. I didn't read them though.
So it wasn't Drake who got hacked. I don't know. This guy named Grand Wizard apparently got hacked.
Oh God.
Why
You know
everybody
who
was
Grand
getting
Wizard is?
hacked? Nah.
No, the name Grand Wizard is like that can't be.
Apparently
that
he's
can't be
tapped
great.
in though. Because they were leaking his
One of those
DMs
academics
with
types.
with academics. They were leaking his DMs with Drake. Let me tell you if I can find them right now. Drake DMs. So Grand Wizard.
People get hacked too
got
much, man. I don't be believing all that type of stuff all the time. Some of that stuff just feels way too intentional.
Me either, but you know how like people they start clicking through the Instagram, clicking on the profiles, and they can see like they're blocked now. So we'll see here. I'll show you guys. So I found the Reddit post. Oh, this is an ad. There we go. So we start off here. This is him and Drake talking about the. I'm not sure if you guys remember this from last August when Drake was being weird on streams with girls. This is it's a clip from that, and he's trying to defend himself here, saying that she was being weird, not him.
Typical Drake fashion.
This is the Kendrick Lamar drop. He's like, "Yeah, I watched it." And headshots for everybody who came out to the video. So, desperate to control the narrative. I don't know what they're trying to talk about there. Let's see. Okay, so before that, this is around the time where Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us video photos start to apparently leak. And Drake looks really invested in this too. So the text on the top, what does that say? I don't know. Should I take it down? Or should I tell Ack to take it down? So I guess he's talking about Ack, a conversation they had with Academics about. I think Academics is one of the people that broke the news about the photos. So they were trying to figure out if it was real or not, if it was leaked or not. So yeah, Drake wanted to know those answers. And so yeah, Drake is speculating that they themselves leaked it. Coming soon. Start talking about all that shit here. Where's the juicy shit? Oh, there it is. So Drake put a laughing emoji. Where is it? Go back up, bitch. There you go. My sister's all over the place right now. Go back in. So Drake put a laughing emoji of the photo of the still shot of him, of Kendrick, his wife, and his child.
That's hate.
Where's the good stuff though? I get to it.
Wasn't he calling somebody gay? Wasn't there like an artist or something like that? He was.
Oh no, he was calling Patrick Mahomes' brother gay.
Nah. There was something else. Wait, what's his Patrick Mahomes' brother's name again? There's somebody else who was. Jackson, was it? There was somebody that I think there was like a baseball player or somebody that he was comparing him to. Like he made like a weird joke. He was like, "Oh yeah, that was, yeah." I forgot what it was, but I saw that DM.
He's making fun of Bron here though. So they filmed a music video with Bron, which they didn't. But then Drake says, "Nigga out the first round, nothing left to do but dance." God damn.
Damn. Listen, the boy's witty.
Yeah, he's funny. He's just not funny at the right time.
I think
this is the good one right here. So, you guys all remember CCTV footage of Drake at the hotel, the thing with the disabled kid, and then the obviously the stuff with his father's suitcase with his clothes in it and the pills and all that shit. So there's a Discord message right here from somebody saying that there's been a problem with Twitter's API. And you can tell whether somebody had owned 2 accounts or not. So it says basically all you do is search for the username of one person, and the accounts that they run, they'll both pop up. So they put in that Ebony Prince account that was posting up all those photos and all those tweets about Drake and shit, and it was linked to Kendrick Lamar. So here's about to show the video proof right here. So Ebony Prince 2K. There's a screen grab, and you see him and Kendrick Lamar up there. I don't know how much I buy of that, but here, there's that. And here's the message if you guys wanted to see it. And he also said that the footage is recorded from a rooftop in a Brooklyn building near Kendrick Lamar lives at. So he's trying to say that, no, this is Kendrick Lamar who's doing all this shit. He's just somewhere bored, dropping all this fucking news and all these hints on Twitter and shit. It's Kendrick.
That nigga. It makes me wonder, like, if your DMs get leaked, right? And you kind of got some fire in there. Like some shit was hitting, but it's still an invasion of privacy, right? Do you like cop to the leak, or do you just say like, nah, that shit fake, it's not me? Let's say you got some shit in there that like
depends on how big I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm like a superstar, I might not even address it. I might just hope that it goes away and just, you know, be like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all are weird. Like, that's it. Like, just call people weird and then just call it a day, you know? And then people be like, oh, yeah, they never really, like, they're not even addressing it. Like that's not my account. Like, this is weird. Like, technology is getting scary, y'all. Like, I just might say something like that. I might gaslight everybody.
I mean, I kind of agree. Like, I can't fucking just, like, readily assume that this is really a conversation. It would be a lot to fake.
I don't know. Some of this text sounds like Drake.
I know.
So that's
here.
Yeah, they're talking about there was a whistleblower who worked at the label talking about the bots for Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, and Drake says that shit's insane. Wondering if the media will report on it. And he was like, "Oh, it's like getting a gold medal on steroids." Yeah. Basically claiming that, yo, this nigga dropped a banger on me.
Nigga said Botsy Boys. That's fire, bro.
Yeah, and he says the irony gets exposed on his birthday. He says karma is a baddie. Sounds like Drake.
Definitely sounds like Drake.
Body man is the new hashtag.
Yo, body man, when you've been accusing a nigga of botting his streams, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a fire bar. I might not want another nigga to get credit for that if I said it.
Look at this text on the bottom.
I won't cap. Jackson Mahomes pressed me like he was NBA Ben 10 about my Patrick
NBA
Mahomes,
Ben 10 is crazy.
I never been pressed by a 6'5" gay nigga. Like, I just
there it is.
didn't really have that reaction in my Rolodex. My life never prepared me for that. Bro,
you can't tell me that's not
funny,
really Drake, bro. That's Drake.
Yeah, that might be true for sure.
February 14, 2023, bro. This is Drake.
It is. Yeah. It is. That shit is just that. Those is good jokes, man. I don't think I'm letting nobody else get that. Get the credit for those.
He said, "MB gay young boy."
That is crazy. Like, he's so gangsta about being gay. It's crazy.
Yeah,
and now he's blocked. So yeah,
nigga was cooking, yo. I'm sorry. That's funny.
Yeah, man. I think with these leaks, bro, it just gets to a point where you can't address every single one because you got giving them power, and it's just gonna keep happening. Like, if they know that they can get a reaction out of you like that, they're just gonna keep trying to hack you. I would think. So I don't know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't know, but that did sound like Drake for sure. And it's funny how we just know that's just that's what he be on. Okay, so what's up with Jonathan Majors?
Well, speaking of leaks,
oh shit,
audio comes out. It was so small. It was a 20-second clip.
Yo, after this, I promise we are never gonna publicly big up Jonathan Majors ever again.
Oh no!
Because whenever I'm starting to feel like it's our fault now. Whenever we start bigging this nigga up, something just has.
Oh, this is bad. I thought like this is a bad thing. I thought this was gonna be like a good thing.
No, not a good thing. So the article in The Guardian says, I aggressed you. That nigga's so smart. He be making up words. Jonathan Majors reportedly admits to assault in audio recording. Jonathan Majors evidently admitted to battering ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari in an audio recording that was obtained and published by Rolling Stone on Monday, nearly a year after the actor avoided jail time after being convicted of assaulting and harassing her in a separate case. The clip of Majors surfaced days before the theatrical release of the delayed film magazine Dreams, which we said looked
Still
good.
saying it.
It looked like, this might be the time when he can
the comeback time.
Come back. The clip, he says, "I'm ashamed. I've never been aggressive with a woman before. I've never aggressed a woman. I aggressed you." And she responds by saying, "You strangled me and pushed me against a car." And he says, "Yeah, all those things are under aggressed. Yeah, that's never happened to me." And that's pretty much all that's in the clip. It's literally a 20-second clip. So yeah, he's it sounds like he's at least apologetic about whatever physical altercation happened between them. I'm not fully convinced that he's admitting to choking her or
I think so.
Clear
because she says the verbiage.
Yeah,
you strangled me.
It.
You did this, and he was like, he didn't say yes once. He said yes twice. He said yes. That's under aggressed.
He's like, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't say he didn't. So
wait. Before, because what does strangled mean?
Like you put your hands around my throat.
Yeah,
in an attempt to hurt me.
Strangle, yeah,
or strangulation.
Strangulation, yeah. You're cutting off my airways.
Is compression of the neck that may lead to unconsciousness or death by causing an increasingly hypoxic state in the brain by restricting the flow of oxygen.
This is a strong ass nigga, bro.
Through the trachea.
Yeah, we seen that. We seen them trailers. We know he got muscles.
Is it possible that he grabs her and his hand? I'm not even actually shooting this nigga bail. I'm just saying, because to me it felt like, I know how it made you feel, and I'm apologizing for how it made you feel. What I actually did doesn't matter. What I apologize for is that you think I strangled you.
Yo, I hate you. So I know what you're doing.
I'm dead at like that. It just
what a callback. I know. Like, I get it. I get what you mean. But no, if you strangled me,
okay. Listen, all I'm saying is,
I know maybe I didn't mean to strangle you.
Right. What if I didn't mean to strangle? I aggressed you. I did. I know I aggressed you for sure. Which I don't know what that word means. But I assume it's like the base of.
But
aggression.
the act, you're left with the act, right? The pain of being this person got strangled, right?
Right.
It's like, I didn't mean to strangle you,
right?
But you were strangled.
Your father ever? I mean, we've all.
I don't want to get into.
No. I just. This is a simple question.
She said strangled me and pushed me against the car. So is this? Is she referring to the video?
Yes. I think
we saw what that nigga did. He bum rushed her up.
He lifted
her up. Now again, this is why I was gonna. This is why I was gonna use the father example. Your father never like pushed you up against the wall. You know what I'm saying? They're like, motherfucker, who you talking to? Type shit. Were you strangled?
Yeah.
I don't think you were strangled. I think you was like hemmed up.
You might have felt like, I think at the time, or maybe in memories too, like you might have been like, yeah, he strangled me, he choked me out. But like,
wait, in this example, is my feet on the ground?
You on your tippy toes.
Yes, like, he's strangling you because if you try to get your feet flat, you're gonna choke.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like if your mom is hitting you and you put your hands up to defend it, she gonna say that you hit her.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because you're raising your hand to hit her. Like, that's what it is. You're raising your hand to defend, but to her, it looks like you're raising your hand.
You want to fight?
To aggress. Yeah.
Like what? Yeah. I'm sorry, Ma. I aggressed you.
Tell the whole family that you aggressed her.
Yeah.
Like, no, Ma, you put me in these karate classes for a reason. This is instinct at this point. It's a reflex. I'm good. I got a yellow belt.
Y'all ever this is really bad. Y'all ever your parents was like trying to whoop you and they like tripped or something and you had to try not to laugh? Like, cause you was already in trouble.
Nah, thankfully I ain't get beat that much, but I'm sure it's happened a bunch of times. But yeah, I ain't get beat that much for that to happen.
I feel like if you trying to beat somebody up and you slip, like they get to laugh at you.
Nah, you're just gonna make me angrier.
That's
then
the
it
worry.
turns into like
it be even harder.
Oh, you think
it turns from a
frustrating.
punishment to like a now I'm really trying to whip your ass because now I'm angry. Like now I'm angry. Now I'm really trying to aggress you.
Now I'm really trying to aggress you. I might put that in my little, my lexicon there. I aggressed you.
I'm sorry. Well, that sucks because I was gonna come up here and big up the dude from Paradise. I'm not even gonna say his name so that he's not cursed from this podcast. But that show was good, man. Like that show is really, really good. I started it last night and I couldn't sleep because I wanted to finish it last night. So I did. I watched the whole series in one night.
I thought it was like 3 seasons, no?
It's one season so far.
Damn.
It's one season so far. Shout out to Nicole. Y'all gonna be talking to her for in a couple weeks, but she recommended like one of the episodes in that show, like episode 7, is one of the coldest episodes of any series I've ever seen in terms of like how real it feels and just how like just it could have been a movie on its own. Like that one episode plus some other things, they could have turned this whole they could have just made that a movie. It was so serious and so like the stakes were so high that it felt like a standalone thing. So if y'all got Hulu, y'all gotta check that show out for sure. If y'all haven't already. I'm sure y'all probably already heard of it, but that show is
Wifey already finished it. She's actually getting tight at me because I'm not watching as much stuff with her. And like we have things that we watch together. We watching Yellow Jackets. We watching Severance, obviously. But she runs through shit too quickly. I think I told y'all that. Like she binge watches. I'm not a binge watcher. I might watch 2-3 episodes, and then like I can wait. I can wait till the next night or something like that. So yeah, I think she did the same thing. White Lotus. She did the same. She's already on season 3 of White Lotus. I can't go through TV shows that quickly. That's mad time. How many episodes was Paradise?
8.
That's 8 hours, my nigga.
A little less because it's like 40 something episodes and his credits and all that stuff. Like, a little less. You can get through that. You should do what I do. So, I mean, you probably can't because I watch it differently than everybody else. But like, I like to watch things on 2 times speed, and that's why I get through shows so fast. I know it's weird. I don't know. I like to watch things on a faster speed so I could still retain it and get the information, all that stuff. I'm watching the show. But yeah, man, that show is really good. If y'all have a chance to watch that, even before we talk to Nicole, because I know she gave me that recommendation of that 7th episode, that'd be great. I know y'all might not be able to get to it, but it's dope. It's unexpected. It's like it's a sci-fi mystery kind of thing.
That's
you
dope.
know? Yeah. So give it a shot. Like I've heard a lot about it. The next show I have to start is Silo. I'm hearing a lot about that too, but I have to start that as well.
I didn't love Silo.
Okay.
But, yeah.
I've heard that it's pretty good. I'll check it out. I'll see how it is. But while we're here on the show tip, Severance is finally ending, and I'm very sad about it. Yeah, man. Season 2 finale. I feel like this finale is gonna be great, and I want to say that because I'm hearing a lot of mixed reviews. I was at a party the other day, and I was having one conversation inside of the house, and somebody walks inside, and they're like, "Yo, I'm so overstimulated." People arguing about Severance outside, and I did a beeline straight to the door and ran outside because I could not be a part of this conversation. So a lot of people was talking about like, yeah, season 2 is like it's too slow of a burn. I'm a little bored at some moments and all this other stuff. And to that I say, y'all fucking short attention span ass motherfuckers. Like you need to think about the greater purpose of this show, right? Like I feel like people only think that way because they're binging, like they're used to binging a show. I think in the greater scheme of things, if you're binging this show, like I think this finale is gonna be so fucking amazing that if you binge this show again, like if somebody who never watched the show binges these 2 seasons and gets everything and gets to watch everything up leading up to that moment in the episodes that people thought were boring, I think that they're gonna feel that it's all worth it. It all comes together so fast. But because we're kind of looking for more out of the episodes, we might feel a little differently, like little bottleneck episodes where it's just like a standalone episode for Cobell and a standalone episode for like just.
I wasn't crazy about that episode either, though. I'm not going.
The Cobell episode.
The Cobell episode.
That's that.
That's
But
one of
don't
the
get
ones,
me wrong.
bro.
It's like The Wire season 2. I understand how important the episode is, and I understand how it's gonna get us into the next part of the story. But in comparison to the other episodes this season, like I don't know, like maybe because I don't know, bro. I don't know.
You basically found out that
I'm not really into the
big
Cobell.
cheese.
Yeah,
Like that's pretty big information. Yeah,
It is. It is, but
but it didn't have to have all that background between.
not
the
even
whole-
necessarily that. It's just for me watching the show, because like you said, I did binge the first season and I was catching up until recently, but you notice that like, all right, in this episode I'm over here, now I'm over here, now I'm over here, now you're over here. There's like a lot of things going on. There's A stories, there's B stories that eventually will meet up eventually, even if it's not in the same episode. There's two different stories that you're paying attention to. With this one, it's just like we're just in one place and then everything is slow. You're kind of questioning like, all right, who is this nigga? Is his brother? Is they fucking or what? There's some tension there, and I don't know.
I think it's a little column A, little column B.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
It's like a Foster fuck.
Foster. that's a category somewhere. For sure.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. I understand how important the episode is in terms of like the bigger picture, but just leading so into the ending of the season. I just wish there was more going on in the episode, especially for as long as I think that was one of the shorter episodes, right?
Yeah, it was kind of
like 34 minutes.
Nah, I think it's still in the 40s, just like early 40s. Yeah, I think it was one of those. I don't know if it was 30 minutes, but I know it was like just 40 minutes or less. But
so I kind of felt like a little damn. Like I wanted more of that episode a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to have to wait another week for another
yeah,
episode.
Exactly. At least if you're gonna keep me here the entire episode, at least end it off with some shit that I could like look forward to. Leading into the next episode, because you don't give Cobell a whole episode and then have her lead off in the next episode too. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't think finding out that she made like the codes
Severance?
and designs for all that stuff was like a big drop?
Yeah.
Because at first you're not thinking that she's that type of person. You're not thinking that she's as important as she is until that information drops towards the end.
Yeah. Before that, you just think like, damn, she is like brainwashed by Kier. Like that's all she really cares about. You see the shrine. Yeah, you see the shrine. She's crying at the shrine and all that shit. So you're at the whole time I'm thinking, okay, she's just a soldier. Like she doesn't know. She doesn't have a life outside of Kier. She doesn't know like what to do with herself, which is true, but not in the way that I thought. Not the reason I thought so at first.
Yeah, the investment is different, but I will say that you get that exact thought about Milicek, which I love the way that his story is being written, right? Because at this point, the last episode, you realize why people are severed. Because he's the perfect example of, I don't have no life outside of this work. This is like a full-time lifestyle, like job, The only times we see Milicek, he's at work. And when we see him outside of work, he's still working. With the biker jacket and going to people's houses, right? So keep in mind that whole conversation that he had with Mark over the phone, which was a great moment of him crying and turning on that what's it called? It's funny because like you love and hate him at the same time. When he's mean to the innies,
I love him.
You're just like, yo, fuck Milicek. But when he's mean to like the bosses, it's just like, yeah, Milicek, get him. It's
Devour feculence.
Devour feculence. Yo, when he said that, I was like, say it again, bro. Get him. Get his ass. Yeah.
Remember, I actually brought this up with, unfortunately, Kang. But like,
oh yeah, we gotta stop. Yeah. Tremel Tillman. I already talking about. We shouldn't big him up.
No. I'm not. I'm actually not saying that. I'm saying like, yeah, I know y'all watching with y'all girls. Women are like kind of doing a lot about Milkshake.
Tremel Tillman.
Yeah, y'all doing a lot with Milkshake. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. He looks regular to me. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's the the high vocabulary and shit like that. It's like a different vibe. But bitches like Milkshake apparently.
Yeah, you could talk him through it. That's what it is. The big ass words. Like, I don't know what that means, but it's working.
Yeah,
That's a handsome dude, bro.
He's always dressed nice, especially this season.
Yeah, he's super clean. You know what I'm? Yeah, for
you see what he looked like in the
hair
Orbo?
this season's a lot tighter,
Bro, you seen him in the Orbo with all that that white mink on?
He had that shit on. He did. He did have that shit on. That's not a lie.
Come on, son. He got it.
Yeah,
man.
I had no idea that Milkshake got the hose, but apparently, like, yeah, they're definitely there's whole stand culture for Milkshake now.
Yeah, and the season finale, he gonna break Natalie back. Yeah,
basically,
straight with the man. Yeah, for
as far as we know.
As far as we know.
Yeah. He gonna break Natalie back in season 2 finale for sure.
Jesus.
What do y'all think's gonna happen? Give me some predictions. What y'all think? I think somebody like real life. We're gonna lose some lives in this season 2 for real.
So I'm actually not willing to like put anything on it as far as like who he excuse me. It's like I don't want to be disappointed, but I have heard like a lot of shit is like settled, like some shit you can't come back from, at the end of this season. So
yeah, test screeners have been saying some shit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be like as far as like death, but as it relates to like Cobell or like if anybody dies, I think it's gonna be Dylan.
That's true.
I think
his story
Dylan
is kind of finished. I
think Dylan is ready to go. Like I think he done. Like realizes like I'm nothing in here. Like I don't matter, and I think he's gonna try to take himself out.
You talking about the innie or you talking about the Audi? Because I'm talking about Audis. I'm talking about Audis going.
Well, I think if Dylan dies on the severed floor, and his body has to get like, do they hide Dylan's body? Does his wife come looking for him?
They wouldn't mention that. They wouldn't mention that fact for no reason about somebody dying on the severed floor,
right?
Because they wouldn't put that. Because everything about this show has intention. Super. Whether it be how shots are, whether stuff is placed, artwork in the background of pieces on the walls or statues, everything has intention. Everything is a message in some sense. So I think that goes the same with dialogue. Every piece of dialogue means something, whether it's a reason that Irv was able to find out why, or that this heli was not an innie,
right.
or the hang in there sign that I didn't notice until last episode. That was motherfucking Dylan on the sign.
From when he was doing the
whole Jesus imagery,
the OTC thing.
Exactly. So Miss Huang mentioning, I thought, we only did this when somebody died on the severed floor. Like, I think they're eventually going to have to pay that off at some point. One better to do it in the season finale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
It could be Dylan. It seems like his story is kind of finishing, right? Like, it seems like Dylan, like the inside Dylan G, he kind of got his heart broken, right? Which we could talk about that plot point too, right? Of like him actually being like, angry on the outside, because I don't know, man.
I wouldn't give a fuck.
I really wouldn't give a fuck either. Yeah. I think it's more so just. I think I'd be more mad at the fact that she gave a fuck. Like you turned this into a thing.
Yeah, you're cheating on me because
in your mind you were cheating on me. Like, in your mind, but you weren't actually. But in your mind, you were like, I need to hide this from you.
Yeah,
and like I feel bad about this, but really it was just I miss how things used to be. Which is like, that's a regular conversation. You still like with me, like it's the person in there. It's still me. Like that's why I'm like,
I don't know. I don't think
you be
so
tight.
Would you be tight?
Because if we keep in our relationship, because we've seen their relationship, we've seen the conversations that they had. They keep referring to his innie as a different person.
Yeah.
So they've had that talk like that's a person in there, but it's
like,
not
what are you
me.
Doing with,
he said it.
What are you doing with
me.
him? Yeah.
Yeah. So ultimately,
which I think
you're cheating on somebody that just looks like me, but Other than that, apparently there's no similarities outside of maybe like what I used to be like, but
So that's kind of part of my thing, right? What if like Shorty gave you some on the any floor, right? And now you get home and you still want some pussy. You didn't get no pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so yeah, I fucked your any today. It's like, what? You did?
You know what I'm saying? What if she you know what I'm saying, you ready to get it on and she just like, we just did this. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that might be rooms for argument. If you want to fuck my any but not me.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta now we gotta do it twice. I don't care about that.
It's like, yeah, you really like my any's more fuckable than me. It's the same person. It's me, baby. It's still me. But yeah, that seemed a little off. But yeah, it seems like his story might be over, right? Like I think that sadly that's just how that has to go, right? We saw.
So you think they end? Because I don't think Irv is gone, but Irv is gone for a while, likely. Yeah. So you think they X both of them? They nix both of them just like that, and they just leave Mark S and Helly R? You think that they're both enough for that?
Well, Mark is now. It seemed like at the end of this last episode. Spoiler alert, y'all! If you haven't already skipped this, but he's now fully like back, right? Like they figured out how to bring him back into the like talk to his innie and stuff. So he's fully like a double agent now. Like he's with the shits. So he's kind of like a liability at this point. Like if anybody ever finds that out, then he could be in some serious shit. However, he kind of has like enough going for him. Like when you think about the people in the show that need to be there, Cobell needs to be around, right? Because like you just found out that she is like the code to like this outer revolution that's happening right now, all because she was slighted from the job. Mark is needed. Helly is needed, of course. Irving, I'm not sure what's going on. Like it seemed like
he feels needed because
he does feel needed.
Because he was like, because remember he was on that telephone booth talking to someone.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know who he's talking to yet either.
I think it was Milchick, personally. That's my theory.
You think so?
I think Milchick had been undercover this whole time.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But I don't know, because
I think he secretly hates Kier.
It doesn't feel like that. It felt like his hate started coming out when he started seeing how much they didn't respect him.
Yeah, after the painting.
Yeah, the painting and then the name, like not putting his name right and stuff like that, and just like where they gave him a performance review and everything. It seemed like it was his fault and all that stuff, but to him, he was handling business and he's trying his best and stuff. It really felt like that's when he started like hitting back. Like, all right, y'all bugging now. Like I'm doing my job. You know what I'm saying? Like just let me do my job. Y'all going hard on me because you know, your daughter got hurt, but at the same time, I'm just doing my job. I'm not Cobell. I'm running this office the way that I want to run it. This is my job. If you don't like it, fire me type shit. Which I'm just
got to swung out of there.
Yeah, he's like, get your ass out of here. The bus is coming.
Yo, let me see that game right here. Break it. Break it
right now.
Again.
Yeah, again. This man's crazy.
I think the most interesting thing, especially with Miss Wong, you kind of realize like there's this whole cult element of it, right? There's literally a cult. And it's possible that Milchick, Natalie, Cobell, they all went to that school. You know what I mean? I think that's where they find people in upper management. Because the way they talk, the way they kind of communicate is very robotic. It's very like they sound like a cult. You know what I mean? So it just seems like Cobell is as a major player, as much of a major player as she is. I think. Excuse me, I gotta go.
Yeah, like I kind of agree. Maybe they do take like people who are quote unquote damaged, right? Like Cobell clearly might have had a bad family upbringing. And so she was kind of easy to get brought to the program. We don't know much about Milchick, right? We don't know. And Helena's in there, and she clearly has a troubled childhood. Like, it definitely seems like they are taking some of these people and putting them in these situations. And Miss Wong, Miss Wong, we might not know what her upbringing is. She might be a foster child. I'm hearing a lot of theories about people saying that they kidnap people, right? And that they put people into they sever them and keep them,
So in one of the videos I saw, Miss Wong was the recipient of the same award that Cobell was when she was a kid. So she was a part of that school or whatever that Cobell came out of to her sister Sissy or whatever. They all went to that like school. She has a picture in that photo album with Jane Egan, right? So who
be slanging apparently.
Right. Apparently he's got a little brothel going on too, right? So
yeah, man, it's tweaking.
Niggas Louis Farrakhan apparently. Anyway, so there's just a lot to kind of peel away. And I think the biggest thing was, as far as like theories that I've heard, was ultimately the work is fine. Like the work is that. But what they're actually doing likely is like they're trying to test the human pain limit, right? They're trying to see like how much you can endure and forget, or like how tight of a bond. Like there got to be a reason why they.
Like you said, is that what you think Cold Harbor is? It's like,
right?
How much can you endure and actually forget? Like, can we actually make you forget all these things, like all these things about,
And does love transcend severance, right? Because
that's what
I think there's a reason why they put Mark and Gemma in the same room. And like, y'all are married, y'all know each other, y'all love each other. You don't know that that's your wife? Oh, okay. I think they're like taking data, you know what I mean? And like, so I think the reason why they want Mark to finish Cold Harbor is because they want to, like, if he does it, then they know, like, yeah, severance, like love doesn't transcend severance. You completely lose yourself when you're severed. Because I think part of, what was she doing? That one girl was like having a baby, right? Completely severed. She never experienced, she basically went under when she got pregnant, and she got unsevered after she had the baby, right? So it's bigger than macro data refinement. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, it's
we're gonna figure out what a lot of this stuff means. I think, just little pieces, bits and pieces. Not gonna give it all away, but we're at least gonna find out what Cold Harbor is.
We're gonna find out what Cold Harbor is. We're gonna. I think we see Gemma, and I think that's what I mean. Like, they don't have to kill anybody. There's still plenty of stuff that they can that you can leave like, holy shit, without nobody dying.
Here's my biggest take, and then we can move on. I don't think, this is my hottest Severance take. I don't think Gemma and Mark are ever going to see each other again. I think that there's no way. It's just not going to happen. I think they're always going to be super close, but it's not going to happen. I don't think he's going to be able to save her. In the sense where they're going to be like how they were on the outside. I think it's a dub for that. He's not bringing her out, all that stuff. You're muted, Dame. But Cobell basically said she's dead.
Yeah.
So I don't think so. I think too many people want that, and that's exactly why it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's there's still a lot to reveal. I feel like you got to pay off Mark and Gemma re-meeting, and maybe she's been so severed that she does see Mark again, and she has no fucking idea who he is. And
maybe it's super tragic where any Gemma can only see any Mark.
Right.
Or Audi Mark can only see any Gemma. And it's that's not your wife, really, technically, right?
She's
Miss
gone
Casey.
for sure.
Yeah, that's Miss Casey. Your wife is gone. This is Miss Casey.
Your wife is gone.
Yeah. So
I can see that.
I think they do link back up again. I think Gemma kills the doctor. the creepy nigga.
I don't know, because she tried. Didn't she hit him? She tried to hit him. She ain't
She
kill
hit him over
She-
the head with a
Yeah.
And we never saw him again either.
He's down there.
He's down there. He fucking somebody, not Gemma, but he down there.
Well, he
doing
might be
something.
fucking a Gemma now.
He might be. Yeah, he might be fucking Gemma
She
now.
back.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's where Gemma slept at every night, right? I'm assuming.
Down there?
Yeah, she was stuck there. She was. Yeah, she had
Like
like,
at the end of her shift, she would just go back downstairs and go to her
I see
little
what you're
room.
saying.
And then I think in that room she's unsevered, right? Or
I
on that
think
floor,
she's
unsevered?
multi-level severed.
Yeah.
Like I think
Yeah.
they have her mind so compartmentalized that this severed version of her is always doing that, and then this severed
Experiencing
version of
that.
her is always doing this. So like
You think she
she's
has multiple chips inside of her? Because her shit works where like, yo, this room right here, just past this door, it's severed, but once you come out, it's not. This door,
right.
but the hallway is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
She's
think
on a whole
what
different
they were
thing.
getting at was like when she's wearing the gym clothes, right? Like what if, like fuck work. What if you could have an innie work out for you? Yeah, I wouldn't do that. You walk into the gym to Planet Fitness, and you come
clock
out
in,
90
and then
minutes
you come
later.
in. Yeah, you clock out. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The work's getting done. They were
The work
definitely
is-
having like a bunch of different things, like the dentist, the Christmas thing. Like they were definitely testing something with Gemma.
Yeah,
But
doing things that you don't want to do, and just like having your innie do it.
yeah,
And then like, but that innie again is that's all they ever do. They don't know anything else. I don't know. That shit is still tragic, bro.
yeah, it's a lot going on. But I don't think that's my
See,
biggest
and I
thing.
enjoyed the Gemma episode.
I enjoyed it too.
But that's what I'm saying. Cobell was the same type of episode as
Still-
Cobell, but it
still
wasn't
like
hitting
Cobell.
the same.
They're like, oh well, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Also, I've been hearing things about Dylan too, like his not Dylan. What's her girl's his sister's name?
Oh, Devin.
Devin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been hearing that there's like some other stuff going on with Devin and her husband.
Oh no, I was gonna say not even Devin, but the dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rickon is definitely in on
they're
it.
They're saying Rickon's a goat. Like he's one of the goats that they kept down there. Because, like I said, everything in this show is intentional. There's that one photo where he's climbing up he's scaling the mountain.
Oh, they called him. Yeah, they said he was like a goat. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like climbed up all sideways and shit.
Oh man. Yeah. There is no explanation for the goats yet. So
There is no explanation for the goats. Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I'm really excited, and I have to wait till the morning to actually watch it because that's when we usually watch it. So
I'm gonna be on the road 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. So, I probably shouldn't admit this on camera, but I definitely be watching shit on my phone when I'm driving.
I can't do that. Not because it's not safe, but I just can't focus.
Just
Can't
certain
focus
things.
on what you watching.
Yeah. Yeah. I could watch like a YouTube video or
Yeah, me
or
too.
something like that. But
I can put on curb while I'm driving because you don't have to really, you don't have to like pay attention.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
Severance.
Severance isn't the thing I should watch.
Yeah,
right?
Severance
oh,
is
hell
the
no.
It's like shit. I'm gonna be, oh shit.
yeah, yeah, bro. You gonna jummy yourself on the road, bro.
Gemma too. Yeah, nah, you're right.
Yeah, no, don't
Nah,
do that.
no Severance.
Definitely
I'll wait till the morning to watch Severance.
Yeah, definitely don't do that. Yeah, I'm really excited though. Really excited to see from that. Are we all
we got
caught
that
up?
finale, but you about to ask about Invincible?
Yeah,
Yep.
Invincible, yeah. I finally got all caught up because you and Brent was over there bugging with these damn spoilers a little bit. So I was like, let me get.
Well, you wasn't replying to no messages.
I was like, I didn't know. Like, I in the moment, I didn't know what y'all was talking about. Then I was like, oh, these niggas talking about Invincible. I was like, I haven't watched it yet. So then I was like, all right, let me not look at anything like this because I was like, I don't want to spoil it for myself. But
Usually you
I
see the episodes before I do, so I figured you already saw it.
Nah, I didn't see them yet. I had gotten caught up. But
Damn, we was talking about Conquest and everything.
yeah, I know. I was like, who the fuck?
I
who
put
fuck
the
is
I put that
Yo.
photo in.
Yeah, you put the photo in. You said, "What's her name? Phoenix is herself." I was like, "Oh man!" I was like, "Oh, I don't know what's going on." But yeah, I pretty much knew that she wasn't dead from there. But Yeah, man, Invincible is gruesome, bro. When Oliver was getting pulled, bro.
I thought he was dead.
Yeah,
I thought they were gonna do it.
I had to, in that moment, I remembered what show I was watching. I'm like, I'm remembering like this ain't no regular show. Like Invincible does a lot of like bringing this character up and being like, yeah, this is a character you should care about, and then they're gone. Like they just be dying. So it's like I would think that like I was like, oh, surely they're not gonna like kill Oliver. Like surely they're not like this is a kid, right? And he's like he's the son. Like he has a lot of storyline. We got to see him get older. He ages faster. Like we got to see him get older and then be in the fight against all this other evil shit, right? But it really seemed like he was out of there, bro. Like in the moment, I was like, damn, he about to rip this nigga in half,
I was like, because this Conquest, yo, he could literally at any moment he could just be ripped.
Yeah.
If he wasn't an alien, he would be over.
And this is the first time we met Conquest, right? Because I can't remember. So, bro, to be able to establish how evil this Viltrumite is in the span of like 40 minutes or so of screen time, like that's very impressive. Because we have no idea who this person is, but we know he's not above killing a child. Like we know
that fight was way better than Mark versus Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Way better. Holy shit.
Yeah. Mark's getting stronger.
Bro, he did the train thing, but with people. Just straight up people on a beach.
Yeah. It was crazy. That man
was
crazy.
Insane.
That was a lot. But yeah, man. Damn. I'm really into this show though. Like I'm still really into it. I might
read the comics, yo. I'm not gonna hold you.
It seems like it seems like not intentional, but like a necessary reading. It really does seem like it's necessary because there's a lot that goes on that people are like, oh, wait till you see this part, or wait till you see this part. And like you had sent me with what's his name? What's that dude's name? The lion dude.
Oh fuck. Damn, what's his name?
Battle something.
Battle Cat? Battle
the crazy
Battle
like
Beast?
Battle Beast, yeah, with Battle Beast and stuff. Like they're already making like
He's
new
a savage, bro.
Man,
savage.
I like this stuff, and I'm finally starting to understand like the power dynamics, and with Omni-Man and what's the dude's
Al,
yeah, and like how he's kind of like a stronger. He's stronger than a Viltrumite. He can be fighting him. I like it. I really do like what they're doing. The Guardians kind of seem like nerfed. They're just like regular ass superheroes. Yeah. But shout out to Eve for finally showing her true colors. She's been exposed to be like really powerful, and she can take out Viltrumites too. So now I'm wondering who's stronger, Eve or Al? Like now I'm just trying to wonder who's stronger there, because she can technically kill a Viltrumite, it seems. So
I don't know. If she didn't go fucking Phoenix, Conquest would have had her ass.
But now we know that she can do that. Like if she gets close to death.
What if this nigga Conquest like tore all her limbs apart though? Like is that shit going off though? You know what I mean?
If her body gets close to death, I don't know, because it seems like she recovered. Like,
but I'm saying if he
dismembers her fully,
yeah.
I don't know. That's something that the comics would answer.
This nigga ain't do the job, bro.
Yeah.
This nigga Cecil pissing me off all season. Did it again.
Yeah. Cecil's crazy, man. And then all Angstrom Levy plot, that happened, and that was
fire.
Like, yeah,
that was. I did not expect that to happen. Like right after that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in the same episode, fire.
Yeah. This show this might be like one of the best comic book type shows ever, because it really does feel like you're reading a comic book. The way that things just keep happening and happening and happening. Like this is not a show about straight Invincible. This is about like the universe of Invincible, which I really like. And like things just happen.
Call it the best. You know,
what? Like, was there a better one? People
Justice
just the way people just pop up.
Like, those were great shows too.
The way that people just pop up though, like, and just you automatically start learning about like Powerplex came up, showed up, had a tragic story, and then by the end, it's like, damn. It's like I felt terrible after watching the episode. Yeah. That was a really sad episode.
It's different. They can get away with a lot more stuff that your traditional, comic book cartoon can't.
Yeah.
You know, they're literally like it's the most bloodiest, goriest cartoon I think I've ever seen. And it's appropriate because it's a comic book, but that's not typically what you're used to seeing. Like Justice League, you never saw people bleed in Justice League, you know? Yeah. You never saw anybody nothing crazy in the Batman Brave and the Bold or Batman Adventures or anything or any of those shits.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying Invincible, and it's done now. I don't know when the next season's coming out, but I really did enjoy Invincible. I'm excited for The Boys whenever that's coming back. I don't know when that's gonna have its season, like its last season, or even Gen V. You know, I know we lost a lot of people, but
I don't know if they're gonna come back for that.
Yeah, man, it'd be hard, bro.
They got their characters they needed from that show, I think.
Yeah, it'd be hard with some of these shows where it's like they come back and they have like where they lose celebrities. Like I don't know if we saw that much as a kid, where shows stopped happening and then because like somebody like loses their life, because like Euphoria is shooting too soon, and you know obviously it's missing Fesco, to which you know, do you think they could have recasted him?
Nah,
I feel like that's one of those shows where you probably should have, like, if you didn't want this story to end, because it seems like they're doing a time jump. I'm pretty sure that's what I've heard, that they're going to do a time jump, and so
I think they have to. It's been too long.
Yeah, and so Ash might be dead for real, and Fesco is obviously dead for real, like in this show, not like the actors, but yeah, obviously you know Angus Cloud passed away, so they're probably time jumping so that they don't have to do his story anymore. But there was still so much to do there, you know? But yeah, they could have recasted him if they wanted to do something for him, I think. I know it would have been hard, but with certain things like that, like, because look, bro, like with shows like that, they like even with Gen V, where the actor died as well.
Mm.
Like, does that mean that the show ends when people die? I can't even think of like any other like shows that happens where like the whole show kind of just stops because one of the actors died because you don't want to recast them, you know?
The most famous one would have been How to Date My Daughter, or how to 8 rules for dating my daughter. Jack the 8 simple rules for dating my daughter.
That was a show?
Yeah. It was a sitcom. The lead actor, John Ritter had died, and he was the main person on the show.
Yeah, and that's kind of hard. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, they
changed
changed
a sitcom too.
They changed the name of the show and everything. They changed the name of the show to just 8 Simple Rules, and I think they went on for like another 2 seasons, but then they closed it because it was just like not the same without him.
Yeah, it's different when it's a sitcom too. Like if it was 2.5 Men and then Charlie Sheen dies and they just try to bring it back as 1.5 Men, that's not gonna work. You know, like if it's like a sitcom and it's one of the main people, like the main star, you know, like Angus Cloud was important, Fesco was important, but like there's a lot of main characters in Euphoria. So he was like a side character they probably could have replaced, but the energy would have been hard to match. But they probably could have did that if they wanted to go with his storyline. But how do y'all feel? Like, do y'all feel like, you know, recasting is that hard for these shows?
I'm always on the side of recasting. Give another actor a shot.
Because it is just art at the end of the day, right?
It's
like
art. Yeah.
It's sad that it happens. It's unfortunate, but like maybe is it for the fact that it affects ratings? You think that they're like it's not even costly to do that, like or it's probably gonna hurt us to do that?
I think it's kind of just gross for the most part. Like people get attached to like actors and like, you know, working with certain people, and so like a lot of times like actors don't want to work with another person where they got to pretend to call them the name that they've been calling someone else for like the last 3 years.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean?
Actors build chemistry, but that's still work though, bro. Like
it still work. Yeah, I agree. I'm always on the side of recasting. I think Marvel literally ruined. I think Chadwick Boseman's death literally destroyed Marvel. The numbers don't say it, but you know, y'all know the what is it called? The Great Barrier Reef is dead.
Nah,
y'all know what the Great Barrier Reef is, right? It's like the largest living organism on the planet.
Ocean.
Yeah. Well, technically on the planet, because it's like miles long and it's a living organism.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that thing has been dead for like 10 years. But I mean, it's still there, you know? So, like, I feel like that's like Marvel. I feel like Chadwick Boseman dying. It's like, it still exists, but it's clearly dead. You know what I mean? Like, I think Chadwick Boseman dying killed Marvel completely.
You think they would have recasted Captain America?
The choice of not recasting
if Chris Evans died?
Say again?
You think they would have recasted Captain America if Chris Evans died?
No, I think if any of the main Avengers died, this was going to happen.
They canceled the whole thing before Endgame, before like even Thanos or anything like that?
They would have shot around the fact that this person was dead. But I think that would have been a terrible idea because you killed T'Challa, but you killed the Black Panther. You know what I mean? The character. Because anybody else look at what they did with Black in America, right? You put another person in that role and people not feeling it. You could have just had somebody else play Steve Rogers. You didn't have to make fucking Anthony Mackie. Like,
we didn't get to talk about it today, but shout out to Anthony Mackie though. I meant to watch that full interview. He's kind of saving himself a little bit. Like he's starting to like become like a
more talkative and like more like
he's starting to become like a real
personable.
person. Yeah, like he's not. I meant to watch that full interview before we potted because he dropped the interview with somebody, but I don't know. Maybe we should stop saying fuck him on this podcast, or maybe we should keep saying it so that he doesn't get canceled or some shit. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure how it works anymore.
Yeah,
but
I think it's all. Mostly, I've heard negative things about him as a person, but I really just don't like his acting. Like, I don't really have a problem with him as a person. I don't know him. I just think he fucking sucks as an actor.
He hasn't gotten that role yet. He hasn't gotten that big role yet, I guess. Yeah, I want to talk about John Cena before we get to that, I want to say I bought Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm liking it so far. I'm really in the beginning, so I don't have any reviews yet. But I will say the first 10 minutes are about racism, which I'm just
damn.
Bro.
Which everyone was worried about.
First 10 minutes, they're just like, you got a black man with you?
I know niggas bought that shit and was like, oh, brother.
bro, that's literally what it is. The first 10 minutes are them talking about how Yasuke, whose name is Diogo, is black. They're like, you got a black man working with you? And they're like, oh, yeah, he's stupid. He don't really know. Like, he don't know how to speak the language. You know, it's all right. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, it's racism for the first 10 minutes.
Who is this nigger?
That's exactly what it was for the first 10 minutes. But the gameplay is fun so far. so I'm going to keep playing.
But the gameplay is fun.
They just have to get that out the
crazy.
way. They just have to get that out the way in the beginning. You know, and I'm sure there's going to be more backstory, you know, but yeah, it's fun so far. But I'll have more reviews as we go along, as I play it. But please tell us about John Cena. I think that could be the last thing we talk about when play songs and get out. But let's talk about John Cena and his heel turn and everything that's been happening with him.
I don't think we've gone live. I'm gone live. We don't go live. I don't think we've recorded since Elimination Chamber, right?
Right.
Yeah. So as everybody already knows, John Cena turned heel at Elimination Chamber, probably one of the biggest heel turns of all time. So he's teamed up with The Rock, and he's going to go face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Now we do have our good versus bad, that if you remember, I was kind of worried about going into the Elimination Chamber about who was going to win. So yeah, definitely took a turn I didn't expect. And now finally, this past Monday, we finally got to hear from the man himself, John Cena. They were over in Brussels for the international tour, and he made his first stop on the road to WrestleMania there, cutting his first promo as a heel, and I'm wearing the shirt, so clearly it did not disappoint. That was an amazing promo, bro. He didn't come out with a new theme song. He didn't come out with a new look. He basically said, "Why would I do that? It's just because you guys want me to. This relationship that we have is toxic. all you guys ask for is more and more and more. And when all I do is lose, you guys hate me. When all I did was win, you guys fucking hated me. And there's no satisfying you guys. You guys want all this stuff from me. You guys wanted me to come out in new gear when you guys all dress like me. You guys wanted me to change my song when that's my voice on there? Like, no, I'm not doing that to appease you. It's all about me now. And I love that because he's not fucking lying.
Yeah. It was very meta. It was a very meta commentary because, yeah, everyone's like, oh, he's going to go so hard with being the villain, right? He's going to go so hard with being the heel. It's going to be great. And because he knows that that's what you want, that's exactly what he's not going to do because that's how committed he is to being a heel. He wants to make sure that you don't like anything that he does. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't even get the satisfaction of enjoying him being a heel. You know what I mean? So he's method acting. You know what I'm saying? That shit is very fire.
What I love about this is he did all that without having to tear Cody down at all.
Right.
He didn't say one disparaging thing about Cody. Right. Oh, you guys want Cody. You want your new shiny toy as you get rid of your old one as you send me out to the pasture. Like he didn't make Cody look weak.
Yeah.
He didn't make it look like he had a personal grudge with Cody. He was jealous or anything. He just made it seem like I'm tired of being disrespected for my greatness that I've given you guys for the last 25 years. And all this time I've been doing it for you. Now it's time to do it for me. And I love it. And Cody came out there. They had their face off, and Cody called him a whiny little bitch.
He did.
Told him to shut up. I don't want to fight this John Cena. I want to fight the John Cena that we all know and love, the John Cena that I respect, my old mentor, all that shit. So I'm pretty sure John Cena's going to be here. I'm not sure if he's going to be back for every day on the road to WrestleMania. But I hope he has some matches here and there in between. So at least I hope... Because, this is the John Cena Farewell Tour. Like, it shouldn't just be him and Cody Rhodes for the next month. Let him get in the ring with Carmelo Hayes. Let him get in the ring with maybe not Broad Breaker, with some of the other young guys out there to give him the rub. Make him look good. Get him in there with Grayson Waller on a 1v1 again. Like, get him in there with Dom. I would love to see him and Dom go 1v1. Like, have him do. Well, they're both heels, so maybe not now. But him and LA. Oh, yeah, him and LA Knight, because I don't think they did a one-on-one against each other.
Yeah, him and LA Knight would be dope. Him and AJ Styles would be dope. Like, there's still a lot of like stuff.
Him and Randy right now. After Randy's done, like there's so much stuff to be done with John Cena. So I hope he's there frequently from the road to WrestleMania, and I hope after WrestleMania he just doesn't dwindle away. But yeah, they're cooking again.
He's going all the way to the end of the year as far as like I've heard. It's not stopping in April. Which is why I think he does win the belt, which is typically not what they do at WrestleMania. The heel, the babyface usually wins at WrestleMania, especially the championship, the world title.
Roman's won before last year. Roman's won the last 5 years in a row.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So I think Cody. I think Cody drops at Mania, and I think they kind of go back and forth. I think maybe. Cody takes a month or two off. Maybe he gets brutally beaten.
SummerSlam rematch.
Yeah, and then he does like, I have a rematch clause, last man standing type shit at like Bad Blood in October or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. And then we like again. My thing with Cena going heel is him being so good at it is only going to boost Cody more. You know what I mean? Because I think he respects the heel role so much because he knows that you can't really be a winning babyface without a heel. You know what I mean? Like we hate this guy so much. We need somebody to root for. That's why he made the point to say, "Oh, y'all only rooting for Cody because you don't want to root for me." You know what I mean? Like he's very smart. He knows exactly what he's doing. He didn't have to disrespect Cody. Cody is the man of the people. So disrespecting the people and Cody standing up for them is like the play. You know what I mean? So I think it's a smart move.
There are times early on in his reign, and even like when I first started watching wrestling again, and I was like watching Seth Rollins versus Cody at Hell in a Cell, and I was watching him come back from his injury, and I was watching him cut promos, and I was like, I don't know, he comes off a little corny sometimes. Right. Some of the stuff he says, like, it feels like it's obviously like scripted. Of course, everybody's scripted, but it feels like he's not freestyling.
Yeah.
It feels like he's going word for word. Everything that was in the script, he's coming, and he's an actor. Like he's done roles in Arrow and shit. So he did acting school, so he knows his shit. So I understand, like, if he's able to memorize a whole script and go word for word, that's impressive. But to be able to kind of freestyle, just going off base, how the crowd is, how the body language between whoever you're communicating with, like, I think that's a little bit more impressive when you can kind of be a little bit more, you can improv a little bit more in that sense. Yeah. So, but as he had his whole feud with Roman and Rock and Cena. And even when Roman came back and they had they were teaming up and they were teaming up after. Like, Cody has done such an amazing job at being able to hold his own weight and not having to be carried by these greats. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't necessarily go back and forth cutting the promo, but the crowd spoke for itself. Cody's cheer and Cena's jeering.
Yeah,
on the same level.
Right.
There's not more of a perfect superstar for Cena to be feuding with for his last year here. There's no better of a baby face for him to be giving this rub to right now. Cody is the guy. I understand it now. Like, I get it. I see it. I believe everything he says now. As corny as it may be, that's what Superman is, bro. Superman is a corny motherfucker, but he is Superman at the end of the day.
He plays it straight, doesn't cheat. You know what I mean? He does all the things. So, and again, I think the role of the heel is to actually justify the babyface's presence, because as you said, during that first year, right? What did he do? He went up against Solo, right? Briefly. Solo's already been taken over by Jacob Fatu, right? As far as like popularity wise.
Are you talking about like who's he fought against for his title?
Yeah, like AJ Styles, right?
AJ Styles, Logan Paul,
Kevin Owens. And I think that's why people are getting stale, because he's actually going up against other people that people like. You know what I mean? Like, he's not. They haven't, other than Roman, and Roman was taking a break. Solo is not a good enough, like, people started liking fucking Solo. You know what I mean? Like, because he was funny. Yeah. So it's like, you need somebody despicable. You need someone that truly understands the role of a heel in order to justify Cody as a babyface. And, it really, and we don't have to get like too much into it, but like, it really plays into like why Rhea has to go back heel, because the babyface thing is not really working out.
Rhea Hogan.
Yeah, because exactly, like,
They're not leaning into it. I love it.
Yeah. It's a good move in that angle too. But yeah, this is really what Cody needed to solidify his this reign, to make it important.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for. I'm looking forward to this triple threat that that's going to eventually happen between Rhea, Io, and Bianca.
Yep.
I wish I would have minded a one-on-one. I just wish that they went about the way that Rhea's coming off now a little bit better.
Yeah, it's messy. It's messy.
Because she was so, and I understand, like, it's just part of her storyline. Yeah, she's on top of the world, the most dominant female wrestler, not ever gonna lose her title. Then she loses it when when her head gets a little bit too big, and she's looking ahead at Bianca instead of what's in front of her and Io, and she loses like that, and now she's crashing out. She's becoming the child, and you mentioned this a couple of weeks ago that Charlotte said that she was.
Yeah.
So they're really playing into that. They're playing into the fans saying how, Rhea's just Rhea Hogan. She's always going to get a championship opportunity. She's always going to win. She's always going to put herself over. And that's what she's kind of doing. It's just tough to turn Rhea heel, bro. Like, I don't know if there's another woman in the women's division right now that is so beloved that they can make people turn off Rhea the same way that the people turned off on John. And Io, because Io is super...
Yeah,
but it hasn't worked yet.
Yeah,
she tried to put her through a table. She fought her backstage.
I think they're trying to really. For me, I think this is about Rhea, but I actually think this is more about Bianca. I think they're setting up Bianca for a year-long title run with Rhea chasing as a heel. Like doing despicable shit, trying to injure people, trying to get herself into the title picture.
You know what she would have to do? Link back up with Dom?
It's possible. She could, like, that would be interesting. That would be an interesting angle. You'd have to explain it. Like,
the
where's
Judgment
Liv
Day is going to split. Especially after, Dom just calls Finn Intercontinental titles opportunity. So something's happening there. And something's been building on that for a while. Dom's been saying we need a new member.
Who flips babyface? I think it's Finn.
It's got to be Dom.
Finn is in
crash out mode right now.
I mostly agree with you, but I don't think you lose Dom's heel heat. I don't think you want to lose Dom's heel heat. I think they actually flip Finn because I think Damian Priest leaves, turns babyface. Rhea leaves, turns babyface. I think they kick the Judgment Day has done this a few times. They kicked Edge out, right? Then they kick Damian Priest out. Like, I think they kick you out once you get too popular, once you get too big for your britches. And I feel like Finn going for a singles run is more conducive to the storyline than Dom leaving Judgment Day and going for a singles run. Unless you're gonna bury Finn, and I don't think they're gonna bury Finn yet.
They have already been burying Finn.
Yeah, I mean, they got to
bring the demon out. That's the only way Finn's going to be able to successfully flip
Finn hates that
face.
fucking character.
I know, but they've been teasing it. They put the little lunchbox, the demon lunchbox in the background of their clubhouse now. They're teasing that bitch, and he's only getting angrier and angrier and angrier.
He's still in 2K25. They still got the demon character in 2K25. So
it's coming.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. That's our wrestling bit for now. There's still a lot of story to
Gunther and
play
Jey
out.
Uso's not picking up any steam. Then we don't got to talk about that, but they're not picking up any steam.
Or Charlotte and Tiffany.
It's getting repetitive.
Don't care.
It's getting repetitive. Two blondes going at it. I don't care.
They were dressed exactly the fucking same, bro.
I gotta say, when I watched y'all do that wrestling match,
we did do that.
Yeah, so finally,
WWE.
Got WWE. I got to witness it live on my PlayStation.
That's just fun, bro.
It was a lot of fun watching them play, man. And I really want to get that set up to where y'all can witness that too. We gotta have some nights where we don't even pod. I'll just commentate y'all playing.
Okay, no. I'm sorry. You're not allowed to commentate.
Hey, yo. Hold on, because why can't
I'm not gonna go into the things that you were saying while we were doing Bianca versus Jade.
I wasn't that bad. I was doing normal stuff.
Hold on, don't pin her yet. I'm almost finished.
This man was tripping. This nigga moaned into 3 niggas' ears.
Hey.
Come on, son.
All right, I will say a lot of it was inappropriate. But if we're doing it for the pod, I'll straighten up a little bit. It's all right. I think but it was just interesting. I didn't. It looks very, the graphics on PlayStation and
And we're playing 24.
And we're playing 24, not even 25. Yeah.
And it was good. Like that match was really good. It almost felt like I was there, Like it was really.
It was a little laggy, but it was like playable still. Was it laggy at your end too?
It wasn't. It wasn't lagging to me. It didn't look like it was lagging.
I kind of rather it lag because I've seen niggas play online and they reverse everything.
Right.
Everything gets reversed. Like, what is the point of playing?
Yeah. Nah, it was a lot of fun. The only problem I have is that I got too much muscle memory with certain moves. I gotta diversify my moves.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
But I still had a lot of fun, and we definitely could
create your own character, bro. I'm gonna.
I have a character. I don't have his move set. I don't I didn't work on his move set.
You guys send me photos of you guys. I do a face scan of all 3 of us. We do a triple threat, Hell in a Cell.
Make a faction in my universe?
Because
that would be hard.
Yeah, because we could just upload our characters.
We could just upload our characters and download them.
So you could just download the nigga I got right now. Yeah, he's a stud.
Hell yeah. I'll find a nice picture for you to use. Y'all can't put no hats on me though. I want a bucket hat, but I wish you could. But
you can put a bucket hat. Yeah, you can definitely get a bucket
for real?
hat.
You can do fucking anything in that customer character creator, bro. Niggas made Goku in that shit, looking like an anime character.
I need y'all to make me in that game, man. I want to see it. And have me against Bianca Belair.
Actually, you can only do that in 2K25.
Fuck.
Yeah, no intergender matches in 2K24. And that's the only, and 2K25 also allows the women to bleed.
Yo, look at Montez Ford.
Montez Ford?
Yeah, see if you can beat that nigga in a fight.
How you spell it? M-O-N-T.
Easy Ford.
Montez Ford. That's his girl?
Yeah, that's wifey.
Yeah.
That nigga got the highest frog splash jump I've ever seen. This nigga's
WWE Tag Team Champion, right? Right there, yo.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I hate Angelo Dawkins, my nigga. Like, I respect the Street Profits, but I need a Montez Ford singles run as well. Angelo Dawkins keep coming to the ring with dad shorts on and shit.
He's getting better though, man.
He is. He's getting better.
And the moveset-wise promo, yo, in that promo that they did,
when they was in the suits.
Yeah, that was cooking. That was tough. That was tough.
That was cooking.
Are they Crips?
I just need him to change his attire, bro. I really do. The nigga look like he going to sleep.
I'm looking at him
in Bianca's fault. Bianca makes all their attire.
In an all blue suit. He's in a blue suit and she in a blue dress.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's another one where he's in a red suit and a red dress.
They be putting that shit on for
whatever,
sure.
man. I don't care. No, I can't beat him.
He got a strong beard too, bro.
No, I can't beat him. But yo, let women choose. It's Women's History Month, man. Like, if she want me, he ain't got. There's nothing he can do about that. She does seem like the type though that if people was fighting over her, she'd probably want the person that could win the fight though.
For sure.
And I'm not fighting for nobody.
Nah, hold on. Because I've actually never seen this fucking picture before. This nigga kind of looked like T, like when he first joined the WWE. I'm dead ass. Like, that sounds crazy. Look at this nigga.
No, he doesn't. What the fuck?
Yes, he do, bro.
Look, put some glasses on him, yo. Put some glasses.
I'm telling you.
Not the one on the left. The one on the right, maybe. The one on the left, nah. This nigga look Dominican on the left.
I don't look Dominican.
He got the part in his hair. He used to have braids.
T could pull this off. I genuinely think he could pull this off.
I could back Bianca Belair, man.
I don't think he had Bianca Belair here.
No.
But like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I put a
it's
suit
on the table.
Yeah, it's definitely on the table, man. Y'all don't think I could back Bianca?
No.
Be honest.
No.
Nah.
Dead ass no.
She loves her man, yo.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about love. I'm talking about just ability.
I think you'd be able to strike up a nice conversation with her.
Yeah, I don't think you.
I think you could be very charming in a conversation with her. And
I don't think I'd be memorable enough. Oh, make her blush? Okay, I'll take
you can make her blush in a conversation. I think so. She seems like and all the fan interaction stuff I've seen her do. She seems like a really nice girl.
Yeah, she's super friendly. This nigga tight. Yo, you can't fuck everybody, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. The fuck?
See,
you really disappointed? You disappointed you can't fuck Bianca Belair, my nigga?
Y'all really don't think I could?
Yo, I gave you as much props as I could possibly give you in this scenario.
Y'all not my real friends, man.
If you can make her blush, you're one step away from getting the number. And if that's a bag to you, then there you go.
That's a body, really.
This sounds you really pushing it here. You're like, if that's a bag to you, you're saying everything like nice.
Because niggas have different definitions of what bagging means to them. Bagging can mean, oh, I just got her number. Bagging can mean, oh, I got her on a date. Bagging can mean, oh, I fucked. Like, I don't know. It's different for different niggas, bro.
Like, I'd make a lasting impression to where she'd hit me up.
She's not hitting you up first.
Oh my god. Wow, man.
I think you could give her a lasting impression that would lead to a response if you hit her up.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
I think she would go, "Oh, Tren, yeah."
Wow.
I don't know how far that conversation gets after that, but
Wow. Y'all not my friends for real. Y'all really don't think I could bag Bianca Belair is crazy. I feel like I would.
I don't think I could either.
Side.
Yeah, I don't know who you
feel
think
any
you
better?
are, bro.
It doesn't because
damn, what the fuck?
yeah, like, you know how I feel. like Damon back in the day, I believe you could have bagged like Demi Lovato.
Okay.
That's too much.
What's back in the day? Like, how old am I? 21?
Like back when you loved her, back before the crack.
Oh, back when
before
I loved her
the
during the crack.
during the before the spoon.
Loved her during the crack, the cuts, everything.
Jeez.
You can't say G's hot.
No more.
No G's from you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, this is a lot. We can leave now because I know it's time to go. Y'all got y'all songs ready? I got a song up there ready to play. And but y'all go first. Damn, you go first. 'Cause I know that you usually go first. So
let me know when you see it.
Yep, I'm good.
All right, cool. So, did they just drop this album? Let me just make sure they dropped
recently.
this February. Oh no, this actually came out on Valentine's Day. Yeah. So this is They Love Jones came out on Valentine's Day. The song I'm going to be playing is a song called Gemini. I know you can appreciate that, T.
Yeah, you already know, son.
Such a sight for wandering eyes. Didn't take too long to realize you are like my perfect kryptonite. Tonight, caught me by surprise. The devil in a beautiful disguise. I would follow you through wrong or right. Probably should've let you pass me by. Should I stay? Should I go? I've been waiting on it so long. And she give me something to hold on. And to me she can't do no wrong. Everywhere she goes I linger. Got me wrapped around her fingers. And she walked into my life and caused the fire and disappeared into the night. Tell me, have you seen her? She riding, I can see our stars aligning. Something about her so enticing. I can't wait to get behind it. Stay up on my mind, trying to find a way to stay up on your good side. Gemini, you are such a sight for wandering eyes. Didn't take too long to realize you are like kryptonite, tonight, caught me by surprise. The devil in a beautiful disguise. I would follow you through wrong or right, but I probably should've let you pass me by.
That was Gemini by They, which is two people.
It's a good sound.
It all makes sense. Gemini too, it makes sense.
No, they too.
Yeah, before that.
That's not always the case. Right. So I'm gonna go with a song by Nipsey Hussle. It's kind of old, but it's just one of my favorites. It's called Perfect Timing.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace, Nip.
Check me out. Look, I know perfect timing feels like I'm too late. And I know I'm still great in spite of my mistakes. You know it's authentic every rhyme I say. My only regret is I made niggas wait. See, ain't too many like us, we like vintage bait. And I don't fuck with busters, I can't integrate. Grew up with these killers in my living space. Lot of niggas folded through them village days. Citywide gang injunction, police raids. LA Times rolling 60s made the front page. I vowed to never let tradition seal my fate. Selling dope with hopes to graduate to real estate. I knew I was drumming to a different beat. Felt it in my stomach, I was just unique. We decided we gon' let these visions speak. Then we turned Slauson into Venice Beach. That 600 Maybach platinum dealer plates. Wake up in this penthouse to the cityscape. You know it's authentic, every shit I say. I knew self-destruction ain't the only way. Sometimes perfect timing feel like I'm too late. But I know you still great in spite of your mistakes. Before you run your race, you gotta find the pace. Just make sure you cross the line and fuck the time it takes. I got out the county jail 2008. Couple months I dropped the tape and I was on my way. My first single out and set the streets ablaze. On location, shot that video in front the cage. Trying to find my way through this fucking maze. Every concert, 100 niggas on the stage. We're still active, so it's really just another day. Promoters paranoid to book you, that affects your pay. And when you stop eating, that affects your weight. And when you get hungry, that affects your brain. See me, I'm not tripping, I respect the game. I hope y'all do. If I can't make it, I'm gonna take a chain. See, ain't too many like us, we like vintage bait. And I don't fuck with busters, I can't integrate. I know perfect timing feels like I'm too late. But every single time I drop, they tell me I'm the great.
R.I.P. Nip. That was perfect timing by Nipsey Hussle.
I just used a Nipsey song for this edit we did for our LA shoot for Jeter. I don't know if we're gonna be able to use it, but it's there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You smoked that though. Your post was dope. The Dodger Blue post.
Oh yeah.
You smoked that.
Yeah.
It's dope. I'm gonna play a song from a woman named Nashay Iman. This is Voodoo.
Are you okay? Are you really fine? I mean, you know it's okay to feel the loss sometimes. It's alright that you don't want to smile. You don't need to explain bad moments away. We all get them and get through them.
Times you've been on my mind countless days. Oh, just what you do to me.
That was Nisha Iman, Voodoo. Check that out. Real good R&B jams. Before we go, Damon, I know you said you wanted to give a short little announcement /
yeah, man. It's I got an update, bro. We gotta talk about my young bull. As you guys know, we've been drafting our record label.
Yeah, still working our ways up.
You know, GSC over here, Gobble Sounds Entertainment. We signed our white boy, Dom Inarella, New Jersey, up and coming singer. He dropped his debut single a couple weeks ago called "Bout Me." Very first song ever released. He had 0 monthly listeners. Now he stands at 144,474 monthly.
That's fucking crazy.
You're lying. You lying. You lying, yo.
This nigga a streamer or something?
Go look.
Yo. He paid for that?
The song has 725,000 views.
Can we hear it real quick?
Yeah, play it. Yeah, play it. This is About Me, Dom Inarella.
Yo, Dom, what up?
Jersey, big Jersey.
Something tells me that you're thinking about me when you come around me.
Oh,
Tell me,
man.
can you see it
I know
clear
what
as
this
day,
is.
or is it cloudy? Don't mind me, bae, on rambling. Yo,
I know what you are, Dom.
perfect, I can't stand it. Got dreams of leaving Jersey. You can't spend your life in Camden. Girl, you and me both. Please don't lower your standards for him, cause he on the sea flow. Just give me your heart, baby, I can change it. I just wanna rearrange it. Can we not be strangers no more? Cause when I'm with you, I just wanna run away. Just give me the time and place. We could be everything we ever wanted. When I'm with you, my troubles just fade away. I would give you anything to you. I'm on the west side, text my phone. She fly, match my tone.
Shut up. Yeah, you cheated.
She
Yo.
stay in my lane. She stay in her own.
Yeah, you cheated, bro.
Yeah, find me a fly white boy. What you want me to say?
You cheated. You know him?
No.
Oh, okay.
Found a nigga on Instagram.
Yo.
Nigga went viral like Anastasia did. Shout out Anastasia, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Anastasia. Damn.
He did one of those. I think I sent it to the video to you guys. He did one of those things where the guy makes the beat at the table. Somebody walks up and like, hey, can I spit? Can I sing?
Oh, you sent me the Anastasia video, but he did this too?
Yeah, not with the same dude. This is a different guy that like sits down. He makes the beat, and then somebody somebody will come sit next to him, tell him what kind of beat. It's the same premise, but he's just not moving around with the cam and everything. But yeah. He had a bunch of YNs behind him and puffer jackets.
Oh. Well,
He like-
shout out to him.
Trap Soul meets journals.
Yeah, for real. He sounds like Bieber to me. Sound like early Bieber.
I told you need that one white boy in your squad.
All right, well, we'll see how the label turns out. We still got high hopes for.
We draft it again next week.
Yeah, we should draft again next week for sure. Get some more people. It was also a topic that was recommended that we should do like revivals, where like somebody who fell off, that like we should might get hot again.
Make a
Yeah.
Orlando Brown.
Yeah, he got some chance. He got some shit.
Bro, that little snippet that's going viral right now. I want to make love to you. That's just hard.
Shit, fine.
Niggas put a beat behind that. That's just hard.
Isn't that's a song already made?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. He needs to re-release it with a different beat behind it. Hit up one of these Instagram niggas.
For real. Thank y'all for listening, though. We'll be back next week. Subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/because we are a podcast. And yeah, man, we'll be back next week. We'll talk to y'all very, very soon. Be safe out there. As always, thank you for all the women in your life. Women's History Month. You know how we do. March.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Peace.